Oh my goodness, are you like starting a band back there? what's going on, Zip?
I don't know. Was there some music or something coming through?
No, I had some drumming noises and there was a chime and like goodness.
Oh yes, that's my incredible cell phone that I'm
Ah,
turning off, so it doesn't start playing the chocobo music when
in,
we're
in the
halfway
middle
through our
of like
little.
a
Yeah,
sad dramatic moment. Do 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 do.
doesn't help that it's the old 16-bit version, so everybody's
Oh,
super peppy.
oh, not exactly. All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the Saturday Weekly Will Morganite Get Herself Killed adventure of Lone Wolf. So you can see my amazing DM here.
Hello. I wanted to just cover one thing from last time. I realized after the fact that we had done two-weapon fighting rules a little bit wrong for D&D, and I wanted to throw this out there for Morgan because this will be actually important since you're going to be a two-weapon fighter. To two-weapon fight, you have to have two light weapons. They both have to have the designation of light in order to do it.
Mm.
So, short sword and a dagger. I think mace has light. There's a bunch of different weapons. However, I also have a GM rule that we use at our other game called Magic is Fickle. And it's basically my policy is you don't try to stop and fix anything like mid game, go back and say, well, that was wrong, so we're going to redo that fight or anything like that. That kills a game. So, we're in a magical world. Magic is fickle. The rules change sometimes and we don't know why. In this case, though, it actually led to a little inspiration, and I think we do know why you've been able to wield your Warhammer Susan in one hand.
Is she magical?
She's well, a little bit. I'm gonna see. Give me a let's see, an investigation roll,
Ooh,
and we'll
okay.
see. You've noticed something special about Susan.
I've noticed something special about Susan. Am I investigation bay bonus? No, I'm not. Okay.
Special about Susan is our Lone Wolf rom-com.
13.
13. That's actually enough. It's
Okay.
not too hard of a
Okay.
roll.
Hey, Mamba, thank you for the
You
host.
you have recognized that your Warhammer is made of Bronin, which is a material favored by the dwarves and mined by them, and that they use to make weapons. And so the big thing about Bronin is that it makes weapons lighter
Mmm.
than they normally are. So your Warhammer, Susan, is not a magical weapon, but it is a light weapon, even though most Warhammers are not. Um, so you can add to Susan that it's a Bronin Warhammer
Okay.
with the property of light, which means you can use it in your two-weapon fighting. While you're doing that, I'll give us just a quick background on where we were last time, and then we'll get started. So for generations, the people of Summerland have turned the gifted children over to the protection and tutelage of the Kai Lords, who protect the realm from the evil Dark Lords. And this has gone on for generations. You, Silent Wolf, were, along with your brother, inducted into the Kai Order. However, disaster struck just, I think it was this morning, for God's sakes, just this morning when Vonatar, who was a member of the Magicians Guild of Torin, snuck his way, well, not snuck his way, he planned an ambush for the Kai Lords and was invited to their Feast of Famarn, which is all the Kai Lords come from all over to gather and usher in the new year. There, he betrayed them, he let in an army of the Dark Lords, and he himself murdered many of the Kai. You were absent from this slaughter by happenstance, and upon returning, vowed to take news of your order's death to the king, and have been making your way towards Homeguard ever since. You have already seen much horror on your long journey towards the capital. Most recently, you defeated a mighty Gorgaz, a giant lizard man kind of creature. Oh, did I lose you?
No.
Oh, okay. There's a weird sound.
Oh, I
My bad.
messaged you. I'm gonna message you
Oh.
chat, so I don't
Is that
interrupt
on-
you in the future.
Is that on Discord or is that on here?
It's here. It's in
Oh,
the
there
chat
it is.
function here. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, I see it. Hello, Mamba. Yeah, it's good to have you back. Thank you for joining us. Love having you every time. So that's where we're going to start. Is you have just finished saving the prince, and he hands you his sword, and he says this blade has been passed down through generations of my people. It was my father's sword and my father's sword before that. He says, but take it to my father, and that way he will know that you carry my blessing when you give him this news, and it should admit you into his presence. And then he offers you his horse, and he says that you have to take the message to my father. The enemy is too strong. We cannot hold him. The king must seek that which is in Durinur, or all is lost. Take my horse and ride for the capital. Go. May the luck of the gods be with you. Go. And his men have fought back the enemy briefly and are rallying for another strike, and people are gathering around the prince to carry him off the battlefield. You did save his life with your cure wound spell.
Awesome.
So if you're ready, you can mount his white steed, which is a fine specimen of a horse, and you can head on your way.
I should indeed do that. I mean, waiting around isn't gonna help me any.
So right now, just to give you a sense on the map, you're right here. You've just crossed the bridge of the river, and again, I'm probably going to say this wrong, but I think it's the Unaram, and it means the God's Cry. So it's the major river that empties from the Holmgard, actually flows through the city of Holmgard, and then out past the Kai Monastery. And you've just passed it. So the prince's horse is indeed a magnificent animal, fast and sure of foot. You gallop along the twisting track as if it were a straight highway until the noise of battle has disappeared far behind you. Usually your hunting would come into play here, but you haven't had time to hunt, and you are hungry. And I don't know if you have any meals on you.
I think I had one meal of fruit from the deuter.
You ate.
I ate that there. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think you ate that there. Do you have anything left?
No, not if it was in the bag, because I had one meal of fruit from what was wrecked, but then I lost my bag.
I know you had one meal of Lompspur, and you did have a saddle bag, like a side bag that you got from the hermit.
Yes, but I got that after I lost the main pouch, so.
And I know that you at least had one meal of Lompspur. You may have eaten both of them. You had two.
I had two. I have not eaten. I ate one to heal. Yeah.
Okay, so you can eat another one now, and it will stop you from being exhausted.
Okay.
And I don't know if you need any healing.
I mean, I'll be back to my full 10. I was at 9.
Okay, so yeah, you're back to 10.
Okay.
And you are not exhausted. So you ride for several miles until the path stops abruptly at a junction. There used to be a signpost here, but the sign itself has been hacked off the top, and you don't know which way leads where. There's a left path and a right path.
Can I try and use my Sixth Sense, maybe?
You could use augury. How do you say that?
Augury, I think.
Augury?
I think. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I've ever heard that pronounced out loud. It's always been in books. Have I used it already today, though? I think I did.
That's true, but you can still use it. You get 4 uses. It just becomes a little bit more unreliable with each one.
Right.
But it's still going to be like 75%.
It's like flipping a coin with, okay.
Do you want to use it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Just see how okay. So yeah. What are you kind of asking it? You kind of get like you can basically look down one of the paths and get a sense.
Basically, the fastest route to the capital.
You don't know that, and it can't tell you that, but you
Okay.
could look left or you could look right and get a feeling for whether it's going to be good or bad.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking right.
Yeah. No, left. We're gonna look left.
Okay, so you look left, and you get the sense of you get the sense this is the faster way to the capital. It will be dangerous. There's going to be danger down this path, but you get a good feeling.
uh. Okay, we're going left.
Okay. So you've ridden about 3 miles when in the distance you spot the unmistakable silhouette of 5 large boom wolves. These are gigantic wolves, not quite the size of dire wolves, but they're large enough that the Giak can ride them.
Mm-hmm.
And indeed, on the backs of these
Oh
wolves
God.
are
Okay.
Giaks. Um, they're in front of you, so you're spotting them in the distance in front of you with their backs turned to you. They seem to be going on ahead to where this path leads down into an open meadow. You're kind of still on the forest path, and it hasn't opened up yet. You can see them off ahead, past the forest. You do suddenly see one of them turn his mount and start to ride back towards the forest. Um, what are you doing?
Is there room in the forest to hide me and my horse potentially?
I believe yes, you could try that. You don't have the discipline of camouflage, do you?
No.
You could still give it a shot. There's a lot of thick brush and
Would this be a stealth thing?
yeah. So
Okay.
you have enough time to lead your horse off,
All right.
and you find some thick bushes, and let's just hope it doesn't find you.
All right. Do I roll a stealth?
Yeah, let's
All
roll
right.
a stealth.
Oh yes. Oh, that's good. Okay. I rolled a 19. And that's a 24.
19.
It's 24
Ooh,
total.
that's very good. Okay, I'm going to roll for the. It's really the wolf that you have to watch
Right.
out for. The Giak's not going to spot you. That's too good for it. The Giak or the wolf though may smell your horse.
Right.
So let's see if he does. He gets advantage on this because of his sense of smell. Oh, what did you roll?
I rolled a 19 and I got 24 total.
Ooh, he got a total of 20 on his. So he does not
Yes.
sense you.
Yes.
And your horse is very well trained, and stays silent, and thankfully doesn't bolt, as the wolves the wolf and the Giak ride past you. So it works. The beast lopes past and vanishes down the track that you have just come along.
Yay!
And now you have the option here. If you're going to try to continue on this path, there's no hope for it. You'd have to rush into these other wolves and attack them. Your other option is to press on deeper into the forest.
Oh god, and there's 4 of them, huh? And I think I'm out of healing spells.
There are 4 of them.
Yeah, I'm out of healing spells and items. This is not a good situation.
What is your what does Mamba think? What does he think
Yeah,
you should
chat, what do you think, chat?
Because he gave you very good advice last time.
Oh yeah, let's go into the tunnel and get murdered by the horrible space monster thing.
To be fair, it did cut miles off your journey.
Oh, okay. Well, at least
You
there's
survived
that.
it, so it was good in the end. And you found gold, right? Didn't you find gold and a dagger?
I did find gold in the dagger, so...
And you later used that dagger to stab a Gorgaz in the eye, so...
I did. Mamba says he doesn't know.
He doesn't know. It's gonna be up to you.
Doesn't know.
You could also do augury again. It's getting
No,
up there.
no. I may flip a coin. Um, just straight up flip a coin, see what happens. I might blame Mamba, right? Let's see.
You could also roll. You could also roll like your. I would say it'd be some, say, insight here.
Mm-hmm.
And get a sense of kind of just to kind of look at the situation tactically.
Okay. All right. I mean,
Let's see
tactically,
if you roll high.
at my level 1, fighting a bunch, like, 4 wolves and 4 Giacs is probably not necessarily the best decision.
Yeah, let's see what you come up with.
It's a 12. Plus, wait. 16.
Oh, okay.
16.
No, that's good enough. So the DC was a 13 on that.
Okay.
So it's not just that it's a lot of foes against one, because you're technically be fighting 8 foes.
Mm-hmm.
But the Doom Wolves, you also know from your lessons, you did pay attention a lot in your.
Just not to plants.
Just not to plants. You were bored by plants. They don't do much except grow. But you always paid attention to darkland creatures.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, what is your remind me what your favorite enemy is? Is it?
It's Giacs.
It's Giacs. Okay, beautiful.
Well, yeah, it's humanoid Giacs. Like, yeah, I think that was our decision.
Yeah, it's Giacs, and then that you get one of them, right?
Yeah.
Now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you paid a lot of attention to the Giac lessons, and Doom Wolves can run faster than a horse.
Yeah, that's not good.
So probably your best bet for safety is to press deeper into the forest.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unless you have some crazy clever plan
Yeah, I don't have like traps that I can, fling behind me or anything like that. I don't have. I'm only level 1. I'm not stupid. I mean, I can double up with my Mind Blast with every successful attack, but that's not necessarily going to help because they're all going to get a turn. So, yeah, no. Let's see if I can, I guess, slow myself down in the forest a bit. Dang it.
Okay. So you ride deeper and deeper into the forest, and this goes better than you think it would. You thank the prince silently for his fine horse, because although the ground is a tangle of briars and roots, the horse never once falters. The Doom Wolves are soon left far behind you, and eventually you kind of determine that the light is fading, night is falling fast, and you bring your horse to a halt. So you have a bit of a decision to bear or to make now. You're gonna need to sleep soon.
Right.
You've just been going all day.
It's been a very adventuresome day.
So you can either keep pressing on through the woods and just try to find a spot here, or you can start to bear left back towards the main highway. If you what's it called? If you want to start heading that direction. You're roughly out here in this kind of edge.
Okay, I mean, sleeping along the main path right now is not going to be smart because there's no cover, and I already saw that these things are heading that way, so I don't want to just present myself for a snack. so sleeping. And here's probably not super safe either, but I'm less likely to be discovered, potentially.
Okay.
I guess
you're gonna keep pressing?
Well, I don't want to head... Oh, wait. You're not saying, I need to sleep now. It's I have a short time to keep going and then...
Yeah, it's really a question of direction. If you pull back towards the main highway, the benefit is you're headed back towards that direction of the main highway. The downside is the trees are going to get more sparse. Your cover is going to go away, and you may have more trouble finding a place to secretly sleep. Pushing on into the woods, the benefit is it's going to be easier to find cover and a place to protect yourself and your horse, but it's also pushing you potentially further away from your goal.
Right.
So it's sort of like safety and distance, or, shorten that distance, but no guarantees of safety.
Well, knowing you and how frequently you like to spring things on me, I'm less inclined to go back to the highway now, if I'm getting ready for bed.
Okay, so you're going to push on?
I'm going to push on and try and find some place in the woods to sleep.
Okay, so you push on for about 2 more miles, which doesn't take you long with your horse. And then you suddenly notice something strange. The trees ahead have thinned out, and there is a lake, a forest lake, opening up in front of you. There is a small wooden shack here, and there is a man in a cloak with a hood drawn up, who's kind of sitting outside the shack smoking a pipe. And he sees you before you can react. And raises a hand in greeting and says, "Hello. Care to cross the lake? It's only a 2-crown fee to get across here."
Good sir, I'm looking for shelter for the evening. I'm on my way to the capital. I bear important news regarding the invasion of the Giax.
He says, well, my shack is small. I won't claim it's comfortable, but for the same amount, 2 crowns, I'm sure I could host a guest for the night. You'll have to make your own way as far as food is concerned. I'm low on my supply, but it seems like you might be able to take care of that yourself. One of the Kai, if I'm not mistaken, from your cloak.
Yes, you are correct in that matter. Wait, how much? Yeah, I have 26 gold now, so I'm not.
You do.
I'm not destitute. I can pay. Sure.
You also have. Give me your Sixth Sense ability is giving you a chance to make an insight roll here. Make an insight roll.
Okay. Let's see. That's a 17 with my bonus.
You sense something seriously wrong here. With fighting all around and the forces of the Dark Lord so near, why has this man stayed in the forest?
Hang on, John. Give me just a second here.
Are we rocking out to heavy techno now too? Or
No. It's high fantasy, like kind of quiet music.
Oh, good. Perfect.
We're good.
All right. So, So you sense there's something seriously wrong here.
So I don't feel safe at all. Okay.
No, like suddenly you get that weird, just like feeling in a pit of your stomach, and you're like, wait a minute, why? Like, what is this guy doing here? When everybody else has fled these woods. I mean, it's very suspicious.
So he's potentially a spy of some sort. Or there's some sort of a trap.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Crap. I'm running out of time, too.
Yeah. Yeah, night has pretty much fallen at this point. It's not like pitch black yet, but it's getting there very quickly.
So she's gonna ask him. So why do you linger here when all of the people that I have encountered have run for safety?
He says, well, these are my woods. Why would I let anyone chase me out of them? I've been here since as long as I can remember. Grew up on the lake with my family. We built this shack, and when my my father and mother died, I was left here alone. Never took a wife, never had kids. Have nothing out there for me in the wide world. Everything I have, right here.
You said the shack was super tiny, right?
It's small. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
a one room.
Then it's unlikely that he lived his whole life here with his family until they, his parents, until they died of this dinky little thing. Shoot.
You're like, I want to sleep in the shack.
I just want to go to bed. I don't want to necessarily sleep in the shack. I just don't want to, necessarily camp near somebody whose story's a little shady then.
Yeah, what are you thinking? Do you think he's just a weird mushroom hunter kind of guy? Offering strange, beds to strange people? Or do you think there's something more sinister going on?
It's unlikely that I'm going to run into two friendly hermits in a row.
He has the match to Susan under his cloak.
Saul?
Yeah, Saul. Yeah. This is Saul, the hand axe.
Oh, okay, so Twitch has announced maintenance period has been postponed until further notice as we review our options for reducing customer impact. Okay, so they are tweaking something.
Okay.
Alright, good to know.
So what's going through your mind, your thought process here?
I mean, yeah, it is odd that he hasn't fled. Everyone saw the things flying over. I don't want to, hunker down necessarily right next to somebody I don't trust. I'm also leery of shacks now thanks to our other game and Tyrion's continuous near death in basements.
That's another world.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Shacks are cruel in that world.
I've learned to be afraid of them though.
This was one of my favorite sections of the books as a kid when I would read it. I'm not giving anything away. Just I love these moments of you meeting strangers in the woods, and it makes you feel like there's more out there than just you.
Mm-hmm. Well, rather than just riding through the countryside and not having anything affect you the whole time.
Yeah, or just monsters,
Right.
It's like you run into things that have clearly been established here.
I'm gonna ignore you, Rezzy. Jeez. Shoot. Yeah, I definitely don't want to bunker down in the shack. Crap. Could I, make my own little nook over in the clearing somewhere?
Yeah, you could try to ride around the lake and find a spot where you could sleep.
Yeah, I'll thank him for his kindness, but that I need to keep moving.
Okay. So night soon falls, and you are engulfed in total darkness.
Right.
At this point, pressing on, you know it's useless. So you tether your horse to a tree, and you find a spot kind of where some bushes grow tall, and you kind of break some of the branches underneath the bushes and crawl into a makeshift sort of cave. Pull your green kai cloak about you, and you fall into a restless sleep. You're gonna get enough of a rest here. Let me see, actually. Let's see.
Yeah, do I get my heal spells back?
That's what I'm thinking. Let me see how long you get. we're gonna say yes. We're gonna say you get enough sleep. It isn't quite the technical 8 hours you need, but you get enough sleep that you get your spells back.
Okay.
Your abilities back. And you awake suddenly in a in kind of a cold sweat, and it's lighter out, and you peer out from your actually let's back up a bit before you get everything. Let's throw in something fun before you get everything back. Give me a perception roll. This happens in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Impromptu thing here.
Okay, I rolled a 17. That's a 21.
Oh, easy. You wake up
Ow.
to the soft sound of crunching, like leaves crunching underfoot, not far from where you are resting. It's difficult to see in the dark, but there is a moon, and you can see the outline of the cloaked figure from the lake shack, wandering maybe only 10 feet from where you are, and he has an axe out, and he's trying to move carefully, you can tell, but your keen senses have picked up on him. And he's moving very close to where you are.
Oh yeah, he was such a friendly stranger to go like bunk down with, wasn't he?
Are you gonna do anything or try to just stay still?
Do I want to like go and encourage a combat? Does it seem to be alone? Is it just him?
It looks to be just him.
I can't sense anyone else with my 21.
No, you don't see anybody else.
Because I could try stealthing out behind him and doing some sort of a threatening, like,
like, drop your money.
Drop your money. No, just it's suspicious. Like, just try and like get the drop on him, startle him, see if
just boo. Okay, you're gonna try to like hold him up, or are you trying to? Is this like an actual attack, or you're just like, what are you doing?
Can I ready an attack? Because I'm expecting him to attack me, honestly.
Yeah, let's give you a stealth roll first to see if you can get out behind him without him noticing.
Oh, I love my +5 stealth bonus.
it is dark, so I'm gonna give him. I forget. Did you get stealth bonuses for your hunting skill?
For my hunting skill, I think I did.
Did you?
I know I have like a bunch of stealth bonuses.
Do you have like a double bonus in that?
Not on stealth. I took a double on athletics.
Okay.
But I am proficient in the dex, so I get. Yeah, it's a +5 to stealth.
Wow. Okay. So what did you roll? I'm going to tell you he probably failed, unless you roll miserable.
I rolled a 10, so it's a 15.
So it's not great, but he rolled really low. He rolled a 3.
No, he's not very stealthy then.
No, he's not doing very well. All right. So you get right behind him with that, and you move like the shadows themselves. You get right behind him. And if someone were like standing in front of him, what they would see is, him kind of with crouched over, holding his axe in both hands, and then behind him, just a shimmer of movement and the whites of your eyes. You're right behind him.
A suspicious time of night to be skulking around in the dark, sir.
Yeah, you get so up to him that he actually startles and drops the axe and turns. And as he turns, he calls out a word in fright, and you recognize the language as that is the Dark Lords.
Okay, time to stab him.
Are you going for it?
I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, his first attack, you get advantage on this because he's fumbling for his axe.
Right.
So go ahead and make that roll.
An advantage roll? Alright.
Yeah.
And it's a strength bonus with the warhammer, right?
That's correct. Are you wielding it both hands? Or are you doing a bonus
No, I'm
attack?
still dual wielding.
Okay,
I've
sweet.
got the dagger in the other one. So then it's... Oh, wait. Yeah, 18? It's an 18. 16.
Oh, yeah.
18.
You hit him. You hit him.
Sweet. So I get the 1d8, and then I get the one... Is he immune to psychic?
No, he doesn't seem to be. You feel his fear washing over you. You're clearly able to enter his mind.
Then I get to do my Mind Blast attack also. That is not terribly good. I only get 4.
So how much damage did you do total?
4.
Oh, on the whole attack?
Yeah, I rolled a 1 with my d8. I'm really sad.
And did you add your strength mod to? You don't have that, do you?
Wait, the strength mod? There's a strength mod?
To strength mod to your damage.
Oh, it's just a +1 then, so it's 5.
5 total.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not a great attack.
Nope.
He comes around and you hit him square in the chest with your warhammer, thinking it's just gonna crush, his chest in. But he seems to be wearing armor under the cloak.
Ah, dang it.
And so he stumbles back and he grabs his axe free. But you still have your bonus attack if you'd like.
Well, yes, I am going to bonus attack him.
And this one you can add your dex instead of strength if you want, because it's a dagger.
It's a dagger, yeah. 14, 15?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
And you just roll straight damage, no bonus for this.
No Mind Blast still? Because it's a successful melee weapon attack.
That's true. I'm gonna say Mind Blast only happens once a round.
Aw, but it says with every successful melee weapon attack.
Yeah, you'd blow up your mind if you had to use it
Aw,
that much.
nuh-uh. You're cheating.
You'd start bleeding from the nose and passing out.
Aw. Alright, well, it's
So,
1d4 plus... Oh, I don't get my dex. Oh, that was pretty good. I rolled a 3
A 3, okay.
with the
Nice.
dagger.
So you follow up with another strike, slicing at him and opening up a deep cut along his arm. And now we're going to roll initiatives and see
Okay.
if you get to go again before him. You got a 15.
What do I add again? Is it my dex or my...
Dex, your dex.
Oh, well, I rolled a 14, 17 then. So yeah.
Okay, nice. So you go first.
Yeah.
So you get one more strike here before he's going to get a chance to go.
Well, then I'll try and hit him with the Warhammer again. Do I get to use my Mind Blast this time?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that was a little bit better. 7, 8? 8.
8. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, and then does this count your Mind Blast?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
nice.
the 3 with the Mind Blast.
So the power of your attack just seems to knock him back, and he doesn't quite know what's going on because you're controlling his movement slightly, opening him up just in slight ways to take the most damage from your strikes. Are you coming at him with the dagger?
Yep.
All right, let's see if you can finish him off before he looks pretty hurt. That last blow you dealt him really staggered him.
Only a 2 for the dagger.
Okay, he's still alive. You just didn't. He's a big burly man actually under that cloak, and he swings at you. He rolls a not great 13.
Nope.
So he comes at you, but the darkness is just very hard to see in, and you still got the drop on him. So he goes kind of flailing past you with a wild swing, and it goes to you.
Then I'm gonna hit him with Susan again.
All right.
Let's see, I only rolled a 7. I don't think that's gonna hit. 10?
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's not gonna
no,
hit.
that does not hit. No.
It does not hit. Okay.
No. You had
Shoot.
to back away from his wild swing. So.
Then I'll try again with the bonus attack with the dagger. Alright, that was a nat 20.
Oh, and this you do. I mean, you haven't used your psychic blast yet.
Yay! Do I get to...
So
Do I roll the d4 twice, too? Because I crit?
Yep.
Alright. Okay, so that's 2, 3... only 3 with that. 10 total.
Yeah. So as he swings, and you have to dart away. You try to strike him with the warhammer. It doesn't quite work. You reach out with your mind, and for just a moment, you freeze him in place, just like clench down on his muscles, and they all tighten at once. And while he's stuck briefly in that position, you bury your dagger in the back of his neck.
Yes!
And he goes down. Your horse lets out kind of an inquisitive, like,
Like, is everything okay over there? It's fine.
yeah,
It's fine.
well, I was sleeping. But no, you have defeated this foe.
Woo.
And you can. It's still night that you have not rested really yet.
Okay.
You can either, like, I don't know if you just want to go right back to sleep or if you want to drag the body away or what you want to do.
Can I search him?
Yeah, for sure.
I want to search him, see if he's got anything interesting on him.
Yeah. He go ahead and make a just a die 10 roll.
10. Okay. Oh, that was a 10.
Ooh, very nice.
Sweet.
He has a in addition to the axe, which
Okay.
you can take if you want.
What weight level is that?
Let me check the axe real quick. It is that's the wrong book. Okay, let's see here. The axe is a hand axe. I think. Hold on. Battle axe, hand axe. No, it's a battle axe.
Okay.
And it's a D8 slashing weapon. It's versatile, so you can wield it in both hands if you want. It is not light. So not really any better than your
Right.
warhammer.
I may take it to see if I can sell it.
Okay. How many weapons do you have? Just your warhammer and your dagger?
Well, and the long
Oh,
sword.
and the
Yeah,
prince's
shit.
sword. Yeah, you're carrying too much stuff to bring
Okay,
this
never mind.
with you unless you drop one of your weapons.
No.
The prince's sword, by the way, is you can tell that's some kind of very powerful weapon. It's got a +1 to all attacks and damage.
It's a light weapon too, so I could.
It is a long sword, so it is not light. It is a 1d8 slashing versatile 1d10, but it is a +1 to all attacks and damage. Yeah, so there's that.
Would that be a dex attack or a strength attack?
Strength. That's
Okay.
strength. Okay, so he does have something special on him though, and that is a potion of heroism.
Ooh.
Let me see if I can. I should say though, even though I just said that, you might not know what this is yet. You give me.
Okay.
Give me.
I do know nothing about plants.
But you are healing. You are a healing.
Okay.
Character. So give me a roll of. Let's do Arcana.
Arcana. Oh, my bonus to that is only a +1.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
A 12. You take the potion and you put together that clearly it's not dangerous to drink. You know it's not poison.
Right.
You're able to detect that it's not poison. And you think something good will happen if you drink it. It's actually, even though I say a potion of heroism, it is in game something a little bit different. It's called a potion of Alether. So go ahead and mark that down, but you don't know what it does. You'll have to drink it and see exactly what the effects are.
All right, but I know it's a positive potion. It's not going to make me sick.
You know it's positive. You rolled high enough for that, but you don't quite know the exact. You're able to put together. Clearly, he had it. That he would have used it in combat had he not been surprised, and it's something good.
Okay.
Okay.
Then yeah, I probably I don't want him near where I'm sleeping because that could potentially draw, natural predators or if somebody's looking for him. So, Can I drag the body further away from my place?
Yeah, absolutely. This isn't a skill check or anything.
Okay.
You drag it off into the woods a ways, and bury it kind of under some foliage and things. So then you go back to your hiding spot.
Foliage, not foliage.
Foil, yeah, it's a foiled. It's foiled. You find aluminum
foil, just a big wrap.
Yeah, it's just a big wrap, and you wrap them up in it, and you're like, that nobody will notice that.
The reflective surface will blend in great in the woods.
And you do this if you're Algarius. So next to the river Unaram. So yeah, we're doing good here. All right, so you get back to your hiding spot.
Yep.
And now you sleep and get your stuff back. You also, you're already at full health.
Yep.
But this time you're awoken by the sounds of shouting in the distance.
Okay.
And when you wake up, it is light. And you can see from your hiding space now, you weren't too far from the lake, and you can actually see across the lake to the shack. And there are 3 of the black-clad warriors there.
Shit.
There is also 4 doom wolves and their Giak riders. And then a Cran appears from the sky and lands on the roof of the shack. And riding the Cran is a creature, you can't quite make it out from here. It's humanoid in appearance. It's wearing red robes. And it's clearly directing the troops on beneath it. It's giving orders and pointing. And then suddenly the Cran takes off and starts to fly across the lake, right towards you.
Okay, can I grab my horse and try and ride deeper into the woods as stealthily as possible in case I can still stealth?
Yeah.
In the off chance that it's not going to actually see me?
What we're going to do here is you've got to act pretty quick.
Okay.
Your horse is a really good horse, so I'm going to give you advantage on this.
Okay.
Let's do a... let's do something interesting. Let's do a sleight of hand check to see if you can undo all the tether and get moving. With
advantage, you said?
Yeah, with advantage, just because your horse is so cooperative.
Okay. Rolled a 17. That's a 20.
Okay, you're good. So you managed to untie your horse and jump on and get going immediately. And as you push on into the forest, you hear the wings of the Cran pass above the trees and disappear northwards, just above you. But it doesn't seem to spot you.
Okay.
And let's see if I think I might even have a picture of what that looks like. Let's pop some illustrations in here. We haven't done an illustration yet this round.
No, I was just staring at the map.
Yeah. I should. We'll throw some interesting stuff to look at here. So there we go. And
let me zoom in on that so it's not just this tiny little box in a corner.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Blow it.
There we go.
Okay, you got it. Cool. So you ride on for nearly an hour with no further complications, until you come to a clearing. And on the far side of the clearing is a track that leads off towards the south in the direction of what you hope Homeguard is. So you can either enter this clearing and take the south exit, or you can keep pushing on through the woods.
Speed is unnecessary right now. Let's take the path and run.
Okay. As you enter the clearing, you suddenly hear a screech, and you look up to see that same Cran.
Damn it.
And it is with the figure in red robes on its back. And I do have a picture of this. Hold on. This is probably some time for some good upbeat battle music.
Well, battle music just popped on, so.
Oh, well, there we go. We've been fortunate with that.
Yes. Well, it's like,
Let's see if
it's called The Bone Temple is the name of this song, by the way.
that's weird. I didn't get my didn't load. Hold on, let me try that again.
Yellow, there we go.
There we go.
It's huge. Hang on.
Sorry about that. All right, so that is what's coming at you.
Sweet.
And as it dives, the hood on the red robed figure flips back, and you see a skeletal face staring down at you. And you hear it's holding a giant like mace in one hand, and assaulting your mind is this powerful like psychic attack, and it feels exactly like the mind that entered when your mentor was killed back in episode 1.
So this might be the same guy then.
Might be the same guy. You are going to have to roll a quick protection against this. You do have mind shield, so I'm going to give you so I'm going to give you advantage on this. It's an intelligence save.
Okay. Oop. Okay. Die almost rolled off the table there. 16.
Okay, 16. You pass it.
Oh, okay. I was a little concerned there.
Yeah, that was close, but you managed to make it happen. So you let its energy wash over you as you prepare yourself for combat. You are still mounted, which means you can do some special stuff on your turn, like you can use your mount to dodge, disengage, or dash.
Okay.
He is also mounted, but his mount isn't going to do much except attack you.
Right. I'm gonna probably want to switch to my longbow then if he's airborne this whole time.
Yeah, he's gonna dive at you and be within melee range.
Oh, so I can take opportunity attacks like when he gets close enough then, or
Let's see.
how's this gonna work?
Yeah, no, you think the beast is actually. It depends on whether he drops to the ground. No, you're probably right about the longbow. Yeah,
Just longbow to start, and unless yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Unless he drops to the ground and tries to fight you. Otherwise, he's going to keep trying to attack you with his mind.
Okay.
All right, so let's roll initiatives for these guys. I've got mine out.
17.
Okay, is that your total?
Total.
Okay, so the Cran got a 20.
Okay.
So he's going to go first. And then the guy riding him, which you recognize this creature as a Vordak. They are undead lieutenants of the Dark Lords. And he got really low. Yeah, I think he got a 7 total.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So the mind attack will come first, then I get to attack, and then the bird comes down?
It's going to go the bird, it's going to go you, and then it's going to go him.
Oh, okay, I got it backwards. All right.
Okay, so the bird comes flying at you. And yeah, it doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. So it's just going to swoop and then kind of swoop back up.
Okay.
And it crits.
Shit.
Yeah, that's bad. Okay. So that is a huge damage. That is 14 damage.
I am unconscious on this horse now.
Yeah, so what happens here is your horse rears up as this thing comes and actually puts itself in line of attack of this
Oh, so this horse takes the damage.
Yeah, the horse's heart explodes.
Oh, shit.
As the Cran dives its beak into it, and you are thrown from the saddle. You take a little damage as you hit the ground. You take 4 damage as you strike the ground
horsey.
badly. And the horse screams and then is died, impaled on this cran's beak. And the cran kind of like pulls back for a minute and like hovers there and starts tearing at the horse flesh. It's your turn, and
Okay.
you have a free moment here to dart for the woods if you wish.
Oh, God. The problem is it's gonna know I'm here. It's gonna summon reinforcements.
That's true. If you make it to the woods, you're definitely going to have an easier time escaping it because of the tree cover. And the reinforcements that it had are back at the lake.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be a shot.
To run?
You might have a chance at running. It is quite possibly a better shot than fighting these two creatures.
Yeah. I mean, I'm slower now, but yeah. All right, let's try and hide. Disappear to the woods again.
So that's basically taking a dash action.
All right.
And you flee into the woods. And actually, you don't have to make a roll here. The cran is distracted with the horse flesh.
Okay.
And is feeding on the creature. And you can hear the Vordak behind, like trying to give commands to it and force it on. But it doesn't seem to. At least you're away from the sound of its voice before anything comes after you.
Okay.
And you're running, and just kind of running blindly through the tangle of trees, when suddenly the ground becomes very marshy. And I need you to make a D100 roll.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. That's a 16.
A 16. You plunge into a thick mud and instantly kind of fall into it up to your belly. And as you're trying to gain purchase and push yourself up, you're continuing to sink. This is actually going to be a save. Let's do a strength save.
Okay. I apparently have proficiency or advantage on strength saving throws.
Is that like yes, yeah. If you don't have advantage. If you have a strength save,
yeah, I do.
Then you add your proficiency, which is plus 2.
All right, so it's a +3 total then. That's a 19. Total.
Okay, you actually managed to drag yourself out from the mud, and you sort of come out of the mud like you're basically black,
like head to toe, just covered in mud.
I mean, you look like a horror. You come out like your hair is plastered to your head. You can't tell your gender anymore. Your Kai's cloak is covered in mud and brush and bracken. You look like Swamp Thing. You just crawled out of this
Hey, does that count as camouflage now? I'm super camouflaged in this marsh area.
You look. The determination has not left your eyes, though you do feel a pang of sadness for the sacrifice of the prince's steed.
Oh yeah, no, I'm real kind of like, I love horses. That sucks.
You keep walking, and you're walking deeper into this wooded marsh.
Okay.
You're not sure where you are anymore.
Okay. Don't I need to like forage for food at this point?
You're not hungry yet.
No. Okay.
Yeah, you're too. I mean, you could stop and forage for food if you wish.
I mean,
For
can I
later.
like be looking while we walk through this marsh then?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Okay. Yay, survival bonus. That's only a 12.
So 12. Let me see. Say. Let me make a quick roll. Okay. Yeah. You're looking for food. You're pushing on.
Mm-hmm.
You do have time in this time to heal if you wish. There's ample opportunity while you're wandering. I know you took some damage from your fall.
I probably should. Use one of my cure wounds. Okay, I am back to full. Yay!
So yeah, you heal yourself as you go on, just kind of healing the aches and hurts you got from smashing yourself on the ground when you fell from the horse. You actually shattered one of your shoulder bones,
Ow.
but your speed and your need to move on just kept you pushing through the pain until now, when you can finally subside that pain. You are looking for food, and you find yourself going deeper and deeper into this marsh until you're basically up to your waist in slimy water.
Ew.
The air is thick with small insects that sting your face and clog your nose, actually crawling up your nostrils. And you're constantly trying to get them off. They seem to like the mud and stuff that's stuck to you. And give me a perception roll.
Aw. 17? Man, my die like 17 today. That's real funny.
That's probably good enough.
I
Let's
keep
see.
I keep adding like 3 and 4 bonuses, and that keeps it averaging to 17. That's real funny.
It's good you rolled it here because you feel the sensation of the poisonous marsh viper brushing past your leg.
Oh, goody.
And you know that these creatures are highly territorial and it's about to attack.
Okay.
So we're gonna roll initiatives again. We're doing a lot
God.
of combat this session.
Oh God, why? Poisonous things.
Yeah.
This is a lot of combat for a level 1 person. Good God. That's a 12.
It definitely rolled higher than that.
Okay.
It got an 18.
Oh yeah.
It only gets a 10 to attack.
Nope.
So
Nope.
You see it like turn direction in the water as like the water kind of like gets that ripple on it, that almost like something traveling underground, and that comes right at you, and you just kind of sidestep as best you can in the muddy water, and it rears out of the water trying to bite you, and you have a chance to attack here. This is your turn.
Gonna do it. Gonna try and hit it. Oh, yeah, 20. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Then I'm gonna hit him with Susan.
Yeah.
Mind Blast work?
Yep, Mind Blast will work.
That's only a 4.
Only
Wow.
a 4. Total?
Total. I rolled
Oh, man.
I rolled really badly, and I only
Well,
had
the
one.
good news is it's not a very sturdy creature.
Okay.
They're very, very You're very, very poisonous. It's good you did not get bit, because you could take up to 15 damage on that bite there. But you sidestep it and then just crush it with your warhammer. Just bring your warhammer just down on it. And it just cracks the skull, and this thing dies.
Oh good. So don't get hit by those, but they go down pretty easily. All right.
They go down quick, yeah. So you raise your boot to kick away the dead snake, and you're kind of going to shiver up you as you know that there's no known cure for their venomous bite.
Oh, that's fun.
this kind of changes your mind about going any further in this direction, because if there's red marsh vipers in this swamp, then it's suicide to
Okay.
keep pushing on here.
All right. Let's get out of here.
So you eventually reach firm ground and continue on your mission. And soon you stumble upon a narrow forest track running from north to south. Do you wish to take this to the north or to the south? Or do you want to keep pressing on?
Can I use my first day of Sixth Sense to figure out which direction is the right one?
You can point at a direction and kind of
okay,
ask,
I'm gonna point north and say, is this the way to the capital?
Okay. And this is a definite it works perfectly. So this is true.
Flawless victory.
and you get kind of yes, it leads towards the capital. You definitely get that sense. This path winds around and will lead that way. So taking the path leads you along a ridge of wooded hillocks, and eventually changes direction to the east. Mm-hmm. There it comes to a small footbridge which crosses a fast-flowing stream, and then finally on the other side of the bridge the path turns south. And after an hour of walking, you arrive at another junction, but your sixth sense keeps you on the right path here, so you continue to go southward until you come to a small log cabin, and there seems to be a barn standing next to it as well, and you hear kind of movement coming from inside the barn. The cabin has a small side window you could look through if you'd like, or you can enter the barn.
Let's peek in to see if it's more enemies, or if I can find somebody to buy some food from or something.
You don't need to do a stealth roll here because the cabin is deserted. As soon as you look inside, you can tell it's deserted.
Okay.
There does seem to be a table in there, and there's kind of like a bag that's open, and you don't know if there's something in the bag or not, but it's sitting on the table.
Okay. Well, what was making the noise then? Do I see like an animal rummaging around?
Give me a perception roll.
11.
You don't know.
Cool.
You don't know what the noise is. There's like a shuffle coming from inside the barn.
I guess I could quick look for supplies. I guess, yeah.
You got to dart in the cabin.
I'm gonna do a quick look. Hopefully, it's nothing horrible in there, like a owlbear, friggin' something.
Yeah, it's only one room. There's no sleeping owlbears. There's no undead Vordax waiting here saying, I've been waiting for you. Good. There's just a wooden table and two benches, a large bed made of straw bales lashed together, and then there's this bag. And there's an embroidered rug that looks nicer than the other things in the cabin. That's in the direct center of the floor. The bag seems to contain, let's see if I have a picture of it. I do not, but that's okay. It seems to contain several potions. Or maybe bottles. You're not quite sure.
Interesting. Can I maybe do a roll to see if I know what any of them are, or?
Yeah. Give me we're just gonna do an Arcana roll. Why not?
Arcana, okay. 18.
Oh yeah. You carefully open the seals on each of the bottles and sniff at the contents. Almost all of them seem to be different types of wine. However, there's a smaller bottle tucked behind the others, and when you pull that out, you recognize that it smells and looks exactly like the one you already have.
Ooh. Well, I'll definitely pocket that one.
Okay, great.
So I have times 2.
And You know what? No, let's make that more interesting. It looks a little different than the one you already have.
Okay.
But you can tell it's some version of that. These are very similar in make and content. I'm going to give you another Arcana roll on that.
Okay.
If you can recognize it.
16.
Yeah, this one's different from the one you already have, but it is a potion of strength.
Ooh.
And I will, when we take a small break, I will get the or when you want to use it, I'll get the book and read you the stats on that. I forgot to put that book next to me. No problem. It's so just write this down as a potion of strength for now.
Yep. Done.
And I'm actually going to say that because you did this, it gives you a second roll on the one you already have. Give me another Arcana roll on
that. 7.
You still don't know what that
I have no freaking clue what that one is.
No idea. Yeah, no idea. I am gonna tell you what this one does though. If you drink, because I looked it up online. If you drink this one, it will bump your strength to a strength score of 23 for 1 hour.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right. So you've investigated the bottles. You wish to do anything else here?
Am I thirsty? Can I drink one of the wines? Just chug a wine.
You can chug down some of this wine. It might leave you a little disoriented.
I mean, I'm not gonna chug the whole bottle, but like I'll take a swig.
You just want to take like a sip?
Yeah, I'll just take a sip.
Yeah, you take a sip of the wine. It's good. It seems to be mulled from blackberries.
Ooh, then can I put it in my pack? I wanna.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
wine.
a thick. Well, one of the wines is a thick blackberry wine. They all seem to be fruit wines. So there's a strawberry wine, there's a blackberry wine, and there's one that you can't quite place. It seems to be made of. It's got a more herb flavor to it, and it is very heady. As soon as you drink it, almost like an absinthe.
I'm just taking a small sample of them. I'm not like chugging them, guys. It's just I'm not safe enough to chug them, but it's just a ooh, okay.
Where's that club music?
Yeah, like a party in this barn. Okay, so I'm a little suspicious that there's this
your bag, by the way, you can only carry 4 items right now. So you've got what, 2 potions, and you're taking 2 of the wines?
Yes.
Okay. Which ones?
I don't want to take the strawberry then.
So you take the blackberry, and we'll call it the absinthe.
The absinthe one.
What it is.
All right, I'll see that.
Yeah, the absinthe wine. All right. What else were you going to check out?
The rug, that being is super fancy compared to the rest of this, is confusing. So I want to see, is there like a trapdoor underneath there?
Yeah, so you pull it back, and the only thing under this carpet is dirt.
Okay, and it's not like a magic carpet. It's not gonna like, I can't replace that as my new mount and like fly around.
Yeah, it doesn't pop up and sing like a Disney song.
Dang it! All right, then I can't carry it. I'm gonna keep going. Let's get out of here.
Okay. And now, I wrap up the rug and take it with me. So, are you gonna check out the barn?
Sure. Let's poke my head in there real quick.
As soon as you poke your head in, something comes at you. So make a dex save.
Woo! Oh, a dex save? Okay.
Yes, save.
Then that is a 18. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you managed to dart out of the way, and you catch sight of what this is. It is a horse.
Yay!
But it has clearly been spooked by whatever happened here.
Right.
And it is charging past you down into the forest.
Is there any way I can try and calm it down, or is there something in the barn that spooked it?
You don't see anything. I mean, a quick glance into the barn just shows you darkness. Nothing's like rushing out to attack you or anything. Um, but uh, but you're either gonna have to chase it down or let it go because you don't have animal kinship, so
I
you
do
can't really do
not. I
much.
mean, I have some basic animal handling I can try to roll.
First, you have to catch it.
Oh. I'm probably not going to be able to outrun the horse.
Probably not, but you
No.
don't know. It may take like a haphazard path through the woods, or you may be able to track it down later, or you can just kind of let it go and continue on.
Probably going to be, to keep going.
Okay. Let me see where we're at. Yeah, so you continue to walk, just through the woods, and let's make a quick survival check to see if you can gather some food.
Okay. Sorry, what survival check?
Yeah, we're gonna see if you can gather some food here.
Okay. Here's another 12.
Yeah, it's you fail to find any food. However, there is some good news here. Um, you are searching for food when off to your right you hear the whinny of a horse.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Stealth my way to the horse if it might be the same one, and if it's not, then I'm at least in stealth.
Okay. So you want to roll stealth?
Yeah.
Okay, make it.
15?
Let's see if it precedes you. Da, da, da.
Winnie back.
It it does not see you until you come out of the woods, and by the time you're close enough, it doesn't seem quite spooked. I mean, kind of like stares up at you.
Mhm.
Clearly, this horse has been, I mean, domesticated, so it's not just going to bolt at the smell of a person.
Okay.
You have a shot here to calm it down.
Okay.
So this is going to be
Animal handling?
Yeah, is that still a skill?
It's still a skill, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm never sure from Pathfinder. I always
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
to
No,
pull it out.
it's a skill. It's a wisdom thing.
Great, do that.
Ofex said, I dropped you a comment from.
Yeah. So what Ofex is talking about is I've actually never run it. Ofex can tell us more about it. Seven Cents though came out a while back, I think, and was kind of this cool way to like a side program that could run through the original books. And you could get like achievements for really difficult things, finding hidden items, surviving really hard insta-death rolls, kind of like video game achievements.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played Seven Cents yet, but Ofex he talks about it a lot, and it always sounds super cool. So yeah, if you spot other areas, Ofex, where Morgan has done amazing things, point them out to us.
Okay, so I rolled a 15, so that's a 17 for animal handling.
17 for animal handling. That's fine. You actually calm the horse and manage to mount him and continue on your way south.
What color's the horse?
What color is the horse? He is brown.
Aw, I miss my white prince horse. Okay.
Yeah, this is not a way.
This is just a boring horse. It's your normal horse.
Yeah, he's rainbow. Yeah, roll a D100. He's rainbow colored and he's a unicorn. So,
yes. Actually, no. That would be very, very prone to be stolen.
Yeah, true. And spotted by
everything in the nearby vicinity. Yeah.
So I don't know what music is playing. There maybe should be some triumphant sound here.
It's actually called foreboding, so I'm not sure that's the right music for the tone.
Well, there's also another challenge coming.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, I'll let it run then.
The path soon joins a highway where a signpost indicates Torrhen to the north and Holmgard to the south. You turn south towards the capital and have ridden several miles and seen no signs of refugees or of the enemy. You're racing on towards a high ridge in the middle distance, and there, as you reach the peak, the sight that meets you on the far side is one of hope. But there is still a challenge you have to face. And this is the triumphant music is because you can see Holmgard
Yay!
at long
It's taken me a
last.
day and a half to get here, guys. A day and a half.
Let me throw a quick, interesting little illustration on here. So there is a choice that you have to make now. Before you are the tall gray white walls and glimmering spires of Holmgard, the city's banners fluttering from the battlements in the fresh morning breeze. Stretching out towards the west, the river Eladil traces its course in the mountains of the Derncrag Range to the Holm Gulf. But below the mountain peaks, you can see the vast black army marching relentlessly on towards the capital. So there's a huge army coming from far in the distance. It'll take them a while to get here, days. But you can already see its approach, and you can see the burning of many fires through the forest where settlements and other things have been put to the torch. So, to your right, you see the highway, the main highway, heading off over the rolling plain toward Holmgard. At a gallop, you could make the outer fieldworks of the city's defenses in under an hour. But you would be in the open for most of the time and vulnerable to attack by the flying Cran. Then, directly ahead of you, a wide river drifts sluggishly towards the Eladil, which is the main river. Mm-hmm. If you abandoned your horse, you could actually enter the river and swim towards the outer defenses under cover of the riverbanks. And then there's one final alternative. There is an area that seems completely devoid of any enemy. You can see above you the Cran over the highway, to even over the river. You know that it's going to run past the troops that are marching on towards the capital. But then to your left lies a barren land, and you know why. This is called the Graveyard of the Ancients. The tombs and crumbling monuments to a forgotten age would conceal your approach, and no enemy dare step there, it seems, because that is considered cursed ground. It is a forbidden area. Many are the potential unnamed horrors that lie there in restless sleep, waiting to consume the unwary trespasser. So, here's your choice. You can try your luck by the highway, making your mad dash and hoping you can outrun your enemy.
Right.
You can try to hope that your stealth and your swimming skills are up to the task of getting there via the river.
What's swimming checks? Is that strength?
That's strength. Or if you are brave enough to risk the unknown perils of the Graveyard of the Ancients, that presents perhaps the clearest path.
Mama's like, do it. Oh, never mind. Don't go. Which one? Which one, Mama?
This is one of my favorite choices from the original, the first 5 books, just because it's so cool, and each way is very, very different. Each way has a possibility, but it's just such a different adventure, depending on which way you take.
Right. I mean, my stealth is pretty solid. I have a 5+5 to all of my stealth checks, but my strength is only a +1, so I may actually drown if I'm not careful.
You do have that potion of strength.
I do. But do I want to use it now or save it for a boss fight?
Right.
Galloping, I don't know how you're going to do this, if there's a guaranteed, at this distance I'll be attacked, or if there's a percentage rolled thing if I get attacked or what. The other way is probably going to be very interesting. I'm kind of tempted to go the really difficult, probably trap-ridden, horrible, monstrous way just for kicks. Because if I die, at least it was entertaining.
You want to try it?
I'm probably gonna die, but I think I kind of want to try it.
All right. Then you descend the ridge towards the graveyard of the ancients. A strange mist kind of seems to swirl all around this gray and foreboding place, blocking the sun and keeping the graveyard in a perpetual gloom. Let's see if I have. Oh, I actually have a picture here. This is awesome. I pull this. Is our music dark and foreboding still?
It's called A Mist, the Elder Trees, and it's a little creepy. Hang on, I'm gonna pause it for just a second because we're fiddling with stuff.
Perfect. There is the graveyard of the ancients.
All right, give me just a second.
I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but we're for those who have been wondering, I had a couple questions about it on one of the forums. We are not doing experience points in the classic sense. We're doing each book that we finish will indicate a level up. So we're coming close to a level up in this book. So we probably will level today. But that's how we're handling the leveling. It's going to be once a book.
Yeah. Can we do like a 2-minute break so I can grab some water because I am out of.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, we'll take a 2-minute break. Maybe I'll think of something to talk about.
Yeah, I'll give you some super peppy music to listen to. Like, well.
Okay.
I'll for chat to listen to. How about, let's see. Which one is super upbeat? This one? Yes. This one's super
Alright.
upbeat. Here you go, guys. I'll be back in like 2.
Hello, and welcome back. We are, this Flight from the Dark is the first book of the Lone Wolf series. And I think it's remembered really, really fondly by most fans. It's, reading it, it lacks some of the, I think, writing style that Joe would later lock down and really become known for. But it's so open-ended, and that it was kind of just an amazing introduction to what you could do with this type of game book. When I first came to the Lone Wolf series, I'd read Choose Your Own Adventures, which, are crazy and just how nuts they can be. Like, you can start, it could be like journey into the sea, and then you end up, fighting along spaceships in a giant battle across the sun. Like, they would just go to crazy places. So Lone Wolf was the first time that, like, it felt like rather than just going off rails, you're really exploring a world instead and an environment. And Flight to the Dark is such a good introduction to that, because it really, you really do feel like you've wandered all over these woods, and there's so many different times you can go back and read it and try different things. There's a lot of things that Morgan didn't see this playthrough. Some of them include, there's a hidden temple by an evil sect of druids. There's that black bear that she found in the first book. There's I'm trying to think of some of the other things. Of course, there's different enemy encounters and things like that. You don't even have to meet Banadin in this book. So there's just so many different ways to play it, and it kind of made every time going through another fun adventure. And even this last choice is super cool, because it really does create a different feel for how you approach the capital. So I don't have access to the Twitch chat, so I don't know if people are shooting me questions, but I can always answer them later when Morgan comes back, if so. But it's been cool running it through on the D&D side of things. I think there's a lot of cool opportunities in Lone Wolf. It came from Dungeons and Dragons Basic, is where Joe first started writing this world and these adventures. So you can kind of see that influence in them, and it's pretty easy to fit those moments into a die 20 system. And I think 5 fits it really, really well because 5 is so simple. And 5 really does go back to the ideas of Dungeons and Dragons Basic, which was rules weren't really supposed to get in the way of role playing these characters, because that was new at the time. I mean, Dungeons and Dragons itself came, of course, from a battle game which had lots of rules, and then that was toned down by Gary Gygax when he wanted to add in this role-playing element, which was the big draw. It was just this idea that you can be this character. And so D&D 5 I love because I don't think it really does. There's good rules, there's solid rules, and they're easy to use and adapt to any situation. So on the fly, you can quickly be like, hey, yeah, my character decided to do this thing, which I totally didn't think of. So great, we'll throw advantage on that. Or, oh, wow, my player's really got in a bad situation here. I'm just going to give them disadvantage. You don't have to look up a bunch of tables and figure out, well, this is +2 because they're behind cover, but -5 because of the weapon they're using, but +6 because of the weather, and then add that all up. It just takes forever. Whereas in this, it's just easy. You just go, it either have advantage or disadvantage, or no, it's just a straight roll. And I think it really fits the lone wolf system. Especially in these books where the player, Morgan, can go off book. And then it's, I got to come up with something, a way to simulate that in the D&D system. Are you back? I hear movement. My perception roll succeeded.
Yes, sorry, I was sitting down. I was like, you shouldn't hear Oh, I muted the stream. Not you.
I was about to ask if anybody out there who's played Lone Wolf, like I know Ofex, of course, is on, like what their favorite way to go for the 3 choices was.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna read through chat because I know you don't have Twitch up.
Yeah.
Okay, so while I was gone, Mamba said I haven't read the Lone Wolf books. Ofex is, I don't know if he's in Twitch chat. Yeah, he's not. He's intentionally staying out of Twitch chat so he's not distracted, which is why I'm dumping chat in here periodically. Let's see. Ofex says, Book 1 has a lot of varied paths. It's quite complex. There are a bajillion ways to go through the book. Mamba says, like, it can be explained after the event happens, but not during or before. He's asking for no spoilers. Ofex is commenting that what you're doing here with D&D rules is way more complex than the books. This is Zip. This is Zip as a DM. He tends to do that.
I love adding complexity onto stuff, but again, D&D 5 really isn't that hard to use. It's a very user friendly system, so a lot of this I'm just doing on the fly, because the rules are that easy to know.
Yeah. We've also, just kind of evolved a style that works for us. If I propose something that's not exactly in the book that Jonathan thinks is cool enough, then we're going to go ahead and do that. That seems to be the general setup. In the books, you just have combat skill, kind of an overall combination of these base stats, right. Endurance, and item slots. Yeah. Combat is handled by the difference between your CS and the enemies, and rolling a 1d10 each round. You then cross-reference the difference and roll outcome. Yeah, no, we're pretty much sticking to like straight, D&D, and then our own little adjustments. So.
Yeah, the combat skill tables it's a really elegant system, and I love it. I do think though that the way it's written into the book, because of certain bonuses and special items that Joe wrote in, it becomes broken very quickly to the point where he kind of wrote himself into a corner where if you have a certain special item, and everybody who's read the books will know what I'm talking about, you have such a bonus to your score that every fight is either really, really easy or ridiculously hard. And it's just it just creates a really tough system to kind of work with as far as balance goes. So D&D is a little bit easier, and that's the only thing that I do before we play is I do go through all the possible encounters that Morgan could have, and I assign them enemies in the book, so I don't have to do that on the fly. That's the part that would be the most difficult to come up with on the fly.
Sorry. If you hear me munching, I grabbed a Pop-Tart.
That sounds amazing. Okay, I think we're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, if anybody's played Lone Wolf before and wants to throw out there what their favorite path was, that'd be fun. I as a child, I loved the path that Morgan's about to take. As an adult, I tend to go for the river more, just because I don't know. I never did it as a kid, so it's
I
my
think
preferred, like.
If I had a higher strength, I might have. But
The highway just never seems smart to me.
no,
So
it really doesn't.
I can't do it. It's just like I'm just gonna balls out run. Okay, should we find some
Ophic says, I'm glad you didn't take the cloaked man's ferry or sleep in his cabin. His picture scares me.
I'll throw out his picture at some point when we get a moment, just so everybody can see what that is. That's funny. So why don't we throw on some foreboding music?
Okay. Let me pull it back up. Sorry, I just got really hungry. All of a sudden, it is noon.
Yeah, well, it's yeah. You must now eat a meal or lose 3 endurance points.
No.
So, okay. So your horse freaks out. Like,
Okay.
it's not having this. And it keeps bucking and winning and pulling back, and you realize, like, if you're gonna go this way, you're gonna have to leave your horse.
Okay.
So you leave your horse and press on by foot.
Mm-hmm.
Your passage through the graveyard will not be beset by enemies, but it will not be easy, for the ground is broken and covered with thorny graveweed. The wicked briar tears your cloak and cuts at your legs. The air hangs heavy and still. Foul gases seem to seep from the open crypts, and the haunting murmur of distant whispering fills your ears. You are walking along just towards kind of meandering through this area. You've gone down into a bit of a valley, so you can't quite see the way out, and the fog has set in. Give me a dexterity save.
Let's see. 15?
It is not high enough.
Oh, wait. 16. That was an 11, not a 10.
Still not high
Still
enough.
not high enough?
Okay. This is a tough one.
Okay.
The ground suddenly opens beneath you. And
No!
in a tumble of earth and stone, you fall. You don't take any damage from this.
Okay.
You're winded when you land, but you're not hurt.
It's more of an oof than an ow.
Yeah. However, you have fallen 15 feet or so through the roof of an underground tomb. You look up, and it's not like there's no walls to climb. Like it's a hole in the ceiling. And it's 15 feet above you. There's no way to get up there. And so you are stuck now, kind of underground here in the dark. There is an arched tunnel that leads out of the tomb towards the east. And in front of it is sitting some kind of ancient sarcophagus. Otherwise, you don't see any way out of the room.
Huh. All right, hang on. It just wanted to try and play some like super peppy stuff. I don't like that. The next one up was not gonna fit. Ooh, 2 hours of dark music. Ooh. If you guys are curious, the music that I'm pulling from right now is from Adrian Von Ziegler. He's on YouTube. They're all domain free. Every single one of his songs are domain free, which is amazing because this music is great. Yeah, you can buy them on various places. It's basically like he has them domain free because people will pay him when they have money to pay him. So just a shout out there. I'll probably link to him in the YouTube version of this video when it goes up. But I love this guy's stuff, so we'll play some dark music.
We'll post links when the YouTube stuff goes on.
Yep.
Okay. So what are you doing?
Okay, sorry. Can we do like a search to see, like, I don't think I can climb up 15 feet.
No, probably not where the hole is. You'd have
No.
to climb along a wall, which are sheer stone,
Yeah, I don't
and
have
then you'd have
Spider-Man
to.
skills.
No, not yet. Maybe later.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Go ahead and give me a insight roll instead of a perception, because you do have your sixth sense here.
Then that's an advantage if I'm using Sixth Sense.
Yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
do that.
Insight is only +1. No, it's not. It's +4. Sweet. Why did I keep thinking that was a +1? Oh, investigation. That's why. Then that's a 19. Sweet.
Nice. So, you suddenly feel like just an overwhelming sense of fear. Whatever this particular room you're in is, its entire purpose is evil, beyond an ancient evil, beyond older and more sinister than the Dark Lords, even from a time when creatures who no longer walk this earth were here.
Yeah, I feel super good about this.
Yeah, it's your senses are screaming at you to flee.
Okay. So I need to look for a way out then.
There is a tunnel. There's an arched tunnel that leads out of this room towards the east.
Okay.
There's a sarcophagus kind of right set near the entrance to that tunnel.
Cool. I guess I'll edge my way toward the tunnel. Like, I'm a little concerned that I might have a skeleton pop out and try and murder me, but...
Yeah, you're getting close to the tunnel when there's a scraping sound.
Yep.
And the sarcophagus lid just kind of turns a half inch.
That's fun. The question is, am I going to trigger something by, like, running forward, or can I outrun it? But then I'm going to end up with, like, a whole bunch of them shambling behind me. Crappity crap. Well, I have to go this way. I'm going to keep going this way, but I'm like, ready for something to try and murder me, for sure.
Yeah, as you approach, you pass the sarcophagus and you reach the arched tunnel. Give me an intelligence save.
Okay.
Advantage on this.
Intelligence save. All right. Oh my god! Thank God. Okay, I rolled a 19, and I have a +1.
Yeah. So you enter the tunnel, and behind you hear, "No, don't go. No, don't go. Don't go."
Yeah, heck you.
But you manage to you ignore it.
Heck you. Bye bye.
A cold sweat breaks out all over you. The walls here are dank and slimy. You can't see anything, but you can feel them with your hand on the wall.
Ew.
There is stale air that just smells like acrid. And every few steps, cobwebs brush your face, and small things scuttle across your forehead as they run away from you. The tunnel is pitch black, and suddenly your hand on the wall, you feel a space where the wall turns, and by investigating, you see you've reached a T junction, and you can either go left or right.
All right. I'm gonna look down to the left and roll my augury thing.
Okay.
Which I've only used once today so far, yes?
I believe you used it, yes, once. You used it once. So let me get up those dice and see how accurate this reading is. Okay, go ahead.
I'm looking to sense danger and a way out.
And this is left?
Left.
Okay. Let me see here. I'm looking ahead a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
uh, okay, and now this reading, as you know, will only be there's a 25% chance that it is inaccurate.
Mm-hmm.
Looking this way, you do sense danger. There's danger all around you. This place is
Right.
evil. But you also sense no, you actually sense just a lot of danger. It's not the best. Let me see if there's any kind of eventual good thing here.
A way out? Is there a glimmer of hope for a way out?
It seems that your senses are telling you to take the other path.
Oh. Well, with the 75% chance to roll yes, I should probably go right then, which is unfortunate because I just posted like my little emote that's always go left. Sad. I got somebody's gave me a sub to Snake's Twitch channel, which I don't know if any of you are familiar with Snake. He sounds like Snake from Metal Gear Solid. It's fantastic. It's great. So a lot of his emotes are in reference to Metal Gear because of that. But yeah, one of them is always go left, which is super funny.
Before they oddly replaced David Hayter with Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, apparently they're bringing back the original voice again for whatever thing that I think they're bringing him into like Smash Brothers or something. Like I can't remember.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be. That's the next thing he's gonna be in.
Smash Brothers. Right. Yeah. So
yeah, sadly not the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, which I keep wanting them to do.
Well, you know, Konami.
I know.
It's Konami. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole other conversation.
That'll be like an hour-long argument and just like. Okay.
All right. So are you taking the right?
Oh, I guess I'm going right. We'll give that a try. Oh boy.
The cold corridor suddenly makes an abrupt turning, and as you kind of round the corner, you're thankful to see some light in the distance. It's a greenish glow that lights the tunnel in the far distance. The green doesn't symbolize to you any kind of way out, but at least it's light.
Right.
And as you creep closer, you see that the corridor eventually opens out into a larger chamber, partially illuminated by this strange light that's emanating from a large bowl sitting on the top of a granite throne. On a plinth in front of the throne stands a statue. It looks like a winged serpent curved in the shape of an S.
Okay.
So you can either check out things in this room, you can look for an exit from the chamber, you can go back and try the way you haven't come yet.
Yeah, let's perception the room, I guess.
Okay, great. Give me a perception roll.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say no. I'll give you just a straight roll on this.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, me and my 12s today. It's like 12 and 17 are what I'm rolling.
12's not great. You're afraid to sort of enter the dark of the room. It's very large,
mm-hmm.
and extends beyond the glow of this light. You don't see anything clearly within that glow, aside from the throne and the statue, and you sort of suspect that those are the two objects of interest here.
The statue and the light?
The throne and the statue.
Oh, the throne and the statue.
Yeah, the light itself is coming from a bowl.
Why do I have a horrible feeling that if I sit on the chair, something really bad is going to happen? I guess
your call on that.
I guess, can I do like, I don't know, an investigation or something on the statue then? See if I recognize it or, like, if it's...
Yeah, you can definitely look at the statue.
Alright, let's... I don't want to touch it, but I want to look at it. I don't want to touch anything in this room if possible.
Okay. You approach the statue, and as you get within about viewing distance of it, you start to notice that several cracks are appearing in its stone surface, like an egg hatching.
Oh god. Okay, I immediately stop moving towards it.
The cracks are continuing to spread.
Okay. Can I ready an attack for when some horrible snake golem monster tries to munch me?
You can roll initiative because you will, and we'll see if you manage to move before this thing comes, because it suddenly explodes as and underneath it is a real serpent with wings that's writhing on the mantle and is about to leap at you.
You know the irony of that is that Mamba's been posting in the chat that it's me, and then he did the wing and then the snake face and then the other wing and it's actually a winged goddamn serpent. Friggin' Mamba.
So this creature got a 14 to its initiative, so it's your call.
Yeah, then I just rolled straight initiative then?
Straight initiative.
Okay.
Wait, I think you have advantage on yours or something, or a plus bonus, don't you? For a ranger?
Well, hang on. I do in that terrain is like... Wait, hang on.
I'm pretty sure you get an advantage bonus.
Oh, you react with swift and decisive action when attacked. Advantage on initiative rolls. I do. That's a permanent bonus. Okay. Woo!
We have a friend who joined us.
Ah. Kitty wants to say hello. Yes! I rolled a 19 and a 20.
Oh, nice.
Woo!
Nice. All right. So as this thing flies at you are on your feet enough to be able to strike it, which is good because it gets extra damage if it hits you first. So go ahead and make your attack, or do whatever you wish to do.
I'm gonna try and hit the thing with Susan.
All right.
You should get triple advantage, but no, screw you, Mamba. 12 plus 13. Ugh.
Oh, it is one away from hitting it.
No. Okay. Well, then I missed with
All
Susan.
Right.
Can I still try and hit it with the other one? Okay.
Absolutely. You rush forward and smash the plinth with your warhammer, but it's already leapt off of it and it's coming at you.
Okay. So that was a 19 natural. That's gonna hit.
That hits.
All right. So that's the. Can I use the mind thing because I haven't used it yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, actually, it is immune to it.
Damn it. Okay. Well, 1d4, guys. Fingers crossed. I rolled a 1. Woo!
Ooh, that's it?
Yeah. And I don't get to add my dex to it because it's not. I don't have my two-handed yet.
Yeah, you strike it.
Ding.
But it doesn't take much damage. It's not a very. I mean, it doesn't look like a very sturdy creature, but that wasn't a very good hit.
No, very much wasn't.
So you just kind of slice out of it enough to sort of to turn it from biting your face. It does try to get you though,
okay.
and it's not. You're not going to get opportunity attacks on this. Oh, lucky you! What is your AC?
16.
Okay, I thought so. It rolled a 15.
Ha! Yay!
This is a combat of near misses.
Woo!
And it gets a +6 to its hit. So that was a poor roll from it. So close. So it flies at you, and just as it dodged your attacks, you quickly just kind of roll out of the way. And now it's flying up and kind of going into the darkness, and you can barely see it, but it's flown maybe a good like 20 or I mean it's almost to the ceiling of this room.
Uh-huh. It's flying. Great.
Yeah, it's flying. So what are you gonna do? It's you saw it kind of disappear out of the range of the light. But you can kind of see like.
Can I ready like a dodge action? Because I know it's gonna like come right back at me.
Your action could be to dodge, but you would.
I wouldn't be able to attack then. I'd be trapped in this dodge cycle then.
I mean, you could move. You could try to like leave the room while dodging, but it's definitely a run. That's like a runaway tactic.
I mean, the question is, it's probably going to chase me, but I could trap it in the hallway where it can't fly as high, maybe?
Yeah, you could do that. You can ready attacks as well. So like you could say if it flies at you, you're going to strike it, or you're going to shoot it with your bow or whatever.
Well, if I can't see it...
Yeah, that would be if it like flew down at you.
Okay, are the action... Wait... But changing to the longbow after I've been melee weaponing, like, that would take an action, wouldn't it?
No, in this case, you could quickly drop your weapons on the ground and pull for your bow. That would be like...
Right.
That would be like a free action. Or you can dodge and try to back up into the hallway.
Tactically, I think the smart thing would be to try to lure it into the hallway where it can't, like, the ceiling isn't as high. Right? How high is the ceiling?
This ceiling here is maybe 15 or 20 feet.
And in the hallway?
In the hallway, it's much, much smaller. Like, you're talking...
Like, 8 feet? So I could still hit it then, if it was...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's see if I can lure it into the hallway then.
The hallway is dark, though. I will say that. It is pitch black in the hallway.
But it would be backlit, like, and I could see it coming at me.
Yeah, you would probably get a shot at that. But, unless it flew down, you could get tricky in the hallway. I'll just say that. You would have the benefit of it can't fly like up and out of your range, but you would definitely be at disadvantage for hitting it.
Well, the question is, are you going to be a jerk and have it continuously dive bomb me, and I just can't like get a hit? And if I decide I try to dodge this round, or should I ready an attack?
I don't do anything. This guy acts as he does.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're flipping a coin every round to decide if it goes up or stays in my face.
I say, winged serpent, what do you do? And he's like, I totally fly out of range. I use my flyby thing so he doesn't get attack of opportunity, and I'm just gonna like keep doing this.
Damn it. Okay, because it's either gonna be, I guess, try and dodge this round, or it's gonna be ready an attack action when it swoops into view. What do you think, chat? What do you think? Because, yeah, the dodge action, my concern is that if it... Hello? Okay, so I got a weird alert that didn't make any sense.
It's saying, drop, roll. Drop and roll.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Play dead.
Play dead. Make a bluff check.
Pretend it got me, and...
Yeah.
The pain. Bleeding out on the floor.
Pretend you have animal kinship.
Okay, so Resi says not sure, and Mama says I'm not helping you. Thanks, guys! Wow! Your support is awesome. I appreciate it. Shit. Alright, I may have to flip a coin then, because I honestly don't know. I'm kind of torn. Alright, coin flip! Heads is I dodge, and tails is I attack.
Okay. Okay.
Apparently I'm dodging this round.
All right. So, are you dodging to make your way back towards the tunnel?
No, I'm gonna see if it'll stay down, I guess.
Okay. So on its turn, it does come flying at you. Because of your dodge, it critically fails.
Woo!
It flies at you. And
Does it
dodges.
go like bashing into the floor because it was?
It does not.
Oh.
But we can roll a d100 and see. We'll see if this affects it.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a d100 roll. If you get under 20, something will happen.
Okay. To me or the snake?
To the snake.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 57. Sad.
No, okay. So it just takes a normal turn. So it flies down, tries to bite at you. You dodge out of the way, and then it flies off in another direction, back out of the light.
Mm-hmm. Damn it.
And it's your turn.
I guess I'm gonna have to just try and hit it when it comes in next time.
So are you gonna ready an attack with what? Your bow, your Susan?
Susan.
You won't get a bonus attack on this. Because
Okay.
it's just an opportunity attack. But that's what you're gonna do?
If I'm not gonna get a bonus attack, can I drop my dagger and two-hand it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so you drop your dagger and grip the warhammer, and you're waiting, and give me a perception roll.
A perception roll. 20.
Oh, nice.
Not natural 20, but it's 20. Yeah.
That's still good. It got much lower than that. It was trying to hide or to come at you from a different angle.
Right.
But you hear the flutter of wings, and you turn and you get a chance to strike out right now with your warhammer.
Yes. Okay.
It's coming at you.
It's coming at me. It is going to get smashed because I rolled a 16. So 17. That's a 17.
Make your damage roll.
Do I get Mind Blast?
No, because it's immune to it.
Wah. Okay, so that's a D10. Yes.
Yep. Plus your strength.
I rolled a 7, so that's an 8.
This time you get it. You smash your warhammer into it. It's spinning with the blow as you turn to face it, and you crack it. And as you do, it explodes into a powder of fine dust, like the stone it had burst from.
Yay!
And as this happens, you suddenly the floor near to the throne suddenly slides back with a deep rumble, and there is a staircase going down.
I don't think down is the way I really want to go, but I did defeat a thing, so maybe there's loot. Shit. And the light's still coming from this really weird bowl.
Yeah, and suddenly that same door that just opened starts to close again.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Guys, do I run in the hole?
10.
Is it dark?
9.
Wait, no, Jonathan, is it dark?
No, there is some light, same greenish light coming from beyond it.
Alright, heck it, we're going in.
All right.
We're going in.
You dart in just as the door crashes shut above you. The corridor that stretches out in front of you is long, and it is lit by greenish like globes that seem just stuck to the wall. You don't see a way to take them off or how they're lighting this area. Mm-hmm. But the corridor ahead of you slopes upwards. And as you reach the top of the slope, there is a stone door that you can push open, and it reveals another passage ahead. And this passage quickly widens into a large hall. At the far end, a stone staircase leads up to a huge door. Looks like a door meant for giants. Two black candles on either side of the stone steps dimly illuminate the chamber. The wax of these candles is not melted, and as you get closer, you feel they give off no heat.
Okay.
There's ancient engravings cover everywhere. Just the whole stone surface of this room is covered in engravings and runes. But they don't seem to be, you don't think they're magical in nature, because as you step over them, nothing happens. And you are staring at that giant door, and I have a picture of it, so I'm going to throw that up. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. This is blowing this up.
Okay, I'll wait for you to blow it up, and then I'll adjust my screen. Okay. Ebe.
Because, so on the door, there's this ornate pin that appears to lock the door, and there is a large keyhole in the lock plate.
Okay.
There's also this pin that the ornate figure seems to be holding.
So, in theory, I take the pin and unlock the door. In theory. Which will probably potentially trigger something horrible when I try and take it. Can I perception or investigate or something?
Yeah, this would be an investigate roll for sure.
Investigation. 15.
15. You do believe that the mechanism is connected somehow to this pin, and the pin itself is not a key. It wouldn't fit this golden keyhole. You don't know where the key is. There's also no way to go back, so you're fairly certain that you have to do something here. As you're staring at the pin, though, you notice that there are slight grooves. So the pin, if you picture like a pin, like my pen here,
right?
There are little areas of it which kind of stick out a little bit. And looking down into the hands, you can see that there are notches there. And by lifting this pin, it looks like it would knock some of those. It would knock some other like tumblers that are on those hands. So you sense this is some kind of
puzzle.
If you do this wrong, it's going to trigger something.
Okay. How's my lockpicking skills?
This would be a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Okay.
Yeah. And you will get to make the roll because your perception or your investigation was high enough to show you that you know what you're doing.
Okay, so I'm not just like, I'm gonna yank the whole thing out. Ah!
Yeah, you actually get a chance at this.
Okay. Alright guys, sleight of hand. Let's hope I don't die. There's a pit that opens up, or the walls start closing in, or, you know, arrows shoot out from somewhere. Or, like, I've played these games before. I've watched Indiana Jones.
All right. So you are standing on the staircase, looking at this door and this piece of it. Mm-hmm. This door is rather large. This pin is rather large. Mm-hmm. It's about the size of your hand and then longer. Mm-hmm. So it's fairly heavy. Go ahead and make your roll.
No more snakes. Heck you, Manaba. Heck you. Yeah, sorry, Pyromancer. I was typing into my Streamlabs, and Streamlabs doesn't auto, like, fill in, like it will in Twitch, so. Yeah, alright, let's try my roll here, I guess. Oh boy. Sleight of hand, guys. Fingers crossed.
Here we go.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I rolled a 19! 23.
Oh,
23 total.
Nice. Okay. You pull the pin, and you manage, with just kind of sweat running down your brow, you manage to pull this pin out without triggering anything. And you hear a loud click, which at first shocks you.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit.
But it is just the door coming open.
Sweet.
The granite door swings towards you. and the gray half light of the graveyard floods into the two.
Hi,
You hear
Scape.
in front of you, the path forward is choked with graveweed, and you're gonna have to dig your way through this stuff, but it's not hard. You're gonna take some cuts and stuff potentially as you pull your way through. So let's go ahead and do a dex save and just see how much of this you can avoid.
Okay, dex save.
Yeah.
I have proficiency, not advantage on dex. I don't think I have like any save advantage. Let me look. I think it's just in.
They usually don't give you advantage.
Yeah, on saves. Oh, I do have advantage on saving rolls against psychic attacks. That's the mind shield thing, but everything else is just.
That's yeah. Yep.
All right. 17 total. Man, the 17s. I rolled a 12 plus 5. Yeah.
That's pretty good. You're gonna take only 1 point of damage.
Okay.
As you pull your way through. As you're almost to the surface, you suddenly hear a shuffling noise behind you.
Is that the door closing, or is something chasing me out of there? Good lord.
When you turn, there is a skinless corpse crawling its way near the exit of the tomb, which you just left. And it looks up at you, and in your head you hear, "No, don't go.
It's that thing!
Don't go."
I do not want. Yeah. So is this a psychic check?
No, you haven't. You've already passed its psychic check.
Okay, so it's still not working on me.
Yeah.
Is it just gonna shamble after me this whole friggin' way, or can I just?
It's coming very slowly. You could try to bail.
I'm gonna try and bail.
All right. So in sort of a panic, you pull yourself the rest of the way out and start running through the eerie necropolis towards its southern gate.
Mm-hmm.
And you get there.
Yay!
And the southern gate exits very close to the wooden fieldwork surrounding the outer city of Holmgard. And as you race towards the sentry post, you suddenly hear the excited shouts of guards cheering you on. They recognize you, your Kai cloak, which is fortunate because otherwise you probably look pretty ragged and suspicious.
I mean, I'm still a little muddy, but I'm sure some of that has fallen off in the meantime. Yeah.
You're muddy. You're bleeding from several cuts from the graveweed.
Right.
You're rushing out of a cemetery. There's dirt and grave dust in your hair.
Your spider webs.
Is torn and hangs in tatters. Your face is scratched. No, it's not good. But you splash through a shallow stream and stagger towards the grate, and suddenly just the full horror of the graveyard encounter begins to catch up with you, and exhaustion takes you, and you fall fairly unconscious. You just slip into a sleep into the outstretched arms of two soldiers who have run from the fieldworks.
Okay.
You are only out for a few minutes.
Right.
Before you wake to somebody pouring a measure of strong spirit down your throat. And you cough, but you wake up, weary but thankful to be alive.
I did it, guys! I made it! Woo!
And there is a sergeant here, who says he kind of pulls you up, and he's bloodstained himself, and he looks very battle weary, and he says, "My lady, we were so pleased to see that the Kai have made it. Where are your fellows? We're in desperate need of the Kai wisdom. The Dark Lords are pressing us most cruelly, and our casualties are high. I don't think we can hold here, but especially not when the main army arrives."
um. All right. With great sorrow, she's going to tell them that she has run pretty much nonstop for the last day and a half to get ahead of the horde, that they struck the Kai Lords first, and as far as she knows, she may be the only survivor, and that she must speak to their king. And I have his sword. I have the prince's sword, right?
Yeah, you do still.
Okay.
Are you showing him that?
Yeah.
You pull free the sword, and he recognizes the symbols on it, the symbol of the House of Ulnar, and he calls to one of his men, and he says, "I would go with you myself, but I have to stand here and man the battlements. If what you say is true, then all is lost. But we will fight until the end."
I'll try and inspire him a little bit and say that his prince still stands and guards the bridge, and the enemy can fall.
Let's make
They can be slain.
give me a persuasion check. Let's see if your words have moved him at all.
That's a natural 14. I have no bonuses to persuasion because I have 0 charm.
Yeah, he stares at you with kind of dead eyes. He nods, but you sense that you haven't changed his outlook on things.
Okay.
He doesn't talk to you anymore, but he gets an officer, one of his men, and he says, take her to Home Guard and get her past the checkpoints, and from there take her to our Lord the King. So this man rides with you. Well, not rides. You guys are walking. He walks with you.
We ride through the hallways of the castle.
Yeah. No, you're not even at the main city gates yet. There's a maze of field works and battlements here that have been set up to like protect the outer city. And as you guys walk, he sort of talks with you, and he says, look, if I know that things are dire right now, but I just want you to know, my name is Godfrey, by the way. I want you to know that I have been raised on the legend of the Kai, and as long as one of you stands, there will be hope.
And I'll nod at him and say that with luck, others of my brethren have escaped, and I am merely the first.
Then let us hope, 1, that we have been lucky, and 2, that they do not have to take the same path you did. And he kind of looks up and down you and smiles a little bit.
I would not recommend going through the graveyard.
He clasps your hand suddenly and just says, really, thank you. Thank you for everything that you have done. It must have been so easy to have wanted to give up at times.
It has been an arduous journey.
The rest of the time passes in silence until you reach the main gates of the capital, and you kind of look in all the height of the city's walls, 200 feet high. The walls of Home Guard have withstood the ravages of both time and the Dark Lords. You pray that they will continue to stand for the trials that come. You and this soldier race through the tunnel of the inner gatehouse, 100 yards in length, and finally you're halted outside the dark doorway of the main watchtower, where there is huge crowds of refugees.
Right.
And soldiers trying to keep order and barking orders, and people screaming to get in, and soldiers turning people away. Nobody seems to be getting through.
Okay.
The soldier starts to push his way forward with you at his side. When he's stopped by an officer on a mount, and wielding a crossbow, and he's got a sword, it unsheathed. I mean, it hangs naked in his belt, And he's got a lance on kind of attached to the side of his horse, and he's wearing like full plate, it's gold armor.
So somebody higher up the ranks for sure then.
Oh yeah, and he looks down at you two, and he sort of scoffs at your appearance, and he says, "Soldier, what are you doing? Get back to your post before I have you thrown in chains for abandonment." And the soldier says, "But my lord, this is one of the Kai Lords."
Sorry, I saw that's a very tiny image. Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
We can find it. I was like scrolling around the blank page, like I know he put something up here. There we
go. He says, "My lord, this is one of the Kai Lords come to help us from the monastery. She begs an audience with the king."
And I bear the prince's sword.
And as soon as you pull out the prince's sword, the man in gold, he lets out a angry gasp, and he draws his blade and says, You have been duped, officer. This is no Kai Lord. No Kai Lord would come to us looking as ragged as this. Can't you see she has attacked the prince? She has taken his sword. We must call to arms." And he suddenly calls out a cry for guards, and there are people. You see soldiers moving to draw their weapons and come at you.
Oh my god! And I have no charisma to charm my way out of this shit.
You also see in the confusion, the crowd has cleared and there a little bit, and there is a way you could quickly rush forward and try to get into the city.
Yeah, but that would provoke attack.
Yeah, your call.
I don't want to provoke an attack. I also don't want to be struck down. I mean, I could try and charm him? I have no charm.
You can try to calm him. He right now believes that you have stolen the prince's blade. And killed his prince.
All right, I'm gonna
even give me an insight roll.
An insight roll?
Yeah.
Fuck! Can't that be my persuasion roll? Because that was a nat 20.
Oh, that's actually going to help you a lot here.
Okay.
You
I rolled my Karina die.
Yeah, you keep looking around, and you see that even the man who followed you, Godfrey, who is so thankful, the look on his face is one of pure suspicion. Everybody here believes that you have killed the prince, and they will attack first and ask questions later.
Oh, God damn it! So like bolting through to get into the king is probably the way to go.
It seems like that's your best choice.
Damn it! All right, we'll try that.
All right. You get a head start here.
Okay.
They don't expect you to bolt that way, so you just dive into the press of bodies, and are trying to push your way through the press along the main street. In the distance, as you can see in the picture, you can see the citadel. There is as this is happening, to add to the confusion, there's suddenly the cry of Cran above you.
Right.
And just a sound of just despair goes up from the crowd. And the soldiers are kind of thrown into confusion as they turn to face the threat and armed crossbows, and they're yelling out. And you have a chance here to sort of escape into the city. So let's make this depends on you. Do you want to just keep forcing your way through, or do you want to try to blend in?
I'm gonna try and stealth blend. I mean, I'm dirty and shit, but I'm gonna try and
Yeah, if you discard your cloak, you might have a better shot. Otherwise, you're going to be at disadvantage because of the green cloak.
Yeah, I'll drop the cloak then.
Okay, so you undo the clasp on your Kai cloak. not without a touch of sadness. It's almost like a companion that has survived from the monastery with you all the way here. But you let it fall and try to blend into the crowd. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Let's see. That was an 18. Stealth is okay. 23.
23. Nice. You end up you press yourself like directly into the crowd and just find the corners where there's the most kind of confusion going on. And you sort of move through the crowd in this way until you are actually through. You're through the main press and you're in an alley of the city. And you seem to get out of this pretty well, except for one thing. You didn't notice it at the time, but someone stole something from your side satchel while you were pressed against them. There was a thief who took advantage of this. You have 4 items.
Yes.
Put a 1, 2, 3, 4 next to
Okay.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna roll a d4.
Okay.
You lose item 2.
I lost my blackberry wine, damn it. I like that wine.
Someone's gonna have a good night.
Yeah.
So yeah, you lost your wine.
Dang it. All right, well, erase that. Where's my eraser?
There's 2 ways out of this alley. The alley, it goes either back towards the crowd you just left,
okay.
Or forward into another street.
I guess I'll try the other street then.
Okay. As you exit the alley into the street, you suddenly hear a cry of like, "Out of my way!" and a horse and a cart with a merchant driving it, like just kind of madly, like tears down the street. Make a quick dexterity save.
19. Yay! Thank God for my +5.
You dodge out of the way, and you bump into somebody, and that person turns, and he looks like this. Let's get another picture up there. This one, maybe hopefully it's the right size. Let's see. Hold on, it's loading.
Uh-huh.
Loading. How's that?
I can zoom in. Give me a second. Derp. I have to go find it. It's a dibbit. There we are. Okay.
So that's the picture that freaks me out. So there we go, Ofax. That's the one that I find unpleasant. He's gibbering like words at you that come out like with wet spittle that splatters against your chest as he yells at you, and he seems like he's trying to attack you with a meat cleaver.
Wow, okay, that's fun.
Do you want to fight him, or are you going to try to get away from him?
I'm gonna try and get away from him. I don't want to start fighting somebody inside the walls.
All right, so he slices at you. I'm gonna see if he hits you while you try to get away. Whoops, dropped my die. No, he critically fails.
Yay!
He stumbles forward you and tries to slice at you, and ends up in the middle of the street as you sidestep, and a runaway horse and cart suddenly just slams into him.
There we go. Problem taken care of.
Critical failure there, and he falls down with a splatter of blood on the streets, and people are calling out and being like, and you see several people kind of pointing in your direction. So you decide to quickly just get away, and you enter another dark alleyway where the houses are small and cramped together.
Mm-hmm.
And there is here you can keep pushing on past the street, but as you're walking, there is also a green door that stands out to you with a sign above it that says Colonus Sage and Herbalist.
Ooh. Okay, let's see if we can, I don't know, maybe pick up something useful.
The shop is dark and musty. There's books and bottles of every size and color filling the many shelves. As you close the door behind you, you're suddenly caught off guard by the yapping of a small black dog.
Animal handling?
Say that again?
Animal handling?
Yeah, there you go. You don't have it again. But
I can animal handling roll.
Yeah, it's fine. He's just barking.
Oh, he's just barking. I don't have to like
attack.
try and befriend him.
No. And he's tied up too.
Okay.
I'm also gonna throw another picture on here.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll blow it up a little bit. Let's see if I can get it a little bit bigger.
No, we're good. We're good.
You're good?
We're good.
Okay. So you hear a voice greet you, and there's a bald man who steps out from behind a screen and around the counter, and he kind of rests his gut on the counter and opens his arms wide and says, a customer in troubled times. Your appearance is quite a sign of perhaps you've entered the wrong shop. Maybe you should be entering a clothier shop.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll my eyes a little bit at that.
but now that you are here, perhaps you would care to look at my wares.
Yes, I foresee that my adventure will go long, and healing items would be most appreciated.
Ah, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. We have potions of Flamspa right here, and he indicates that you come forward and look at the glass.
Okay. I don't trust this guy. His face is slimy. Like I don't like him at all.
Do you want to make a insight check with your sixth sense?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, do that.
I'm a little uncomfortable. Proficiency with insight. Okay. There we go. Where's insight? Oh, +4. It's just a 14.
Make a roll.
What?
Let me make a roll.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Nope, it's not enough. You suddenly it's like your perception suddenly increases, and we're gonna give you a shot at this. Make a perception check.
Okay.
There is somebody hiding behind the screen. Your back would be to them as you approach the glass. Glass counter.
Yeah, nope, not going forward.
So are you just pulling out of the shop?
Yep, heck that.
Okay, so you just get out, and you continue along the street, and from here there's not really many encounters. You, for what seems kind of like an eternity, you travel these streets, crowd kind of acting almost like a moving wall, sometimes carrying you forward, sometimes blocking your path forward. Mostly at times you're just riding them like a leaf on a fast flowing stream. You are trying now, you're exhausted, and you're desperately fighting to stay on your feet. Mm-hmm. And your legs are growing heavy with just the weariness of your journey. And that is when you catch a glimpse of a long, narrow stone stairway that heads up to the roof of an inn. And you remember something as you look at this stairway. There were there's a secret, not a secret path, but there is a second path that takes people through Homeguard, and it's known as the Roofways. They weren't, it wasn't by design, but the houses and buildings of the capital are built very close to each other, and it's possible to jump from one roof to the next. And actually, a lot of citizens of Homeguard used to use these roofways when hot, heavy autumn rain sometimes made the unpaved parts of the streets too muddy for walking, or even led to flooding from the river that flows through the city.
Okay.
After many accidents, a royal decree forbade their use. However, with just the way the crowd is moving and blocking your way
Much
forward towards the
faster to
capital,
go that way. Yeah.
you think this might be your only way left.
All right. Well, you know, I
go.
have a bonus in athletics and acrobatics. I should be fine. Watch me critically fail this. Watch me critically fail, guys. Because I'm rolling Karina's
And-
dice. It's gonna happen.
I'm gonna throw up one more picture here. Let's see if I have this. Actually, never mind. It's the old picture, but we'll pull back to it.
That's fine.
So,
Okay.
so we're not staring at slimy shopkeeper.
I appreciate
All
that.
right. So yeah, after careful thought, you decide this is probably your only shot of reaching the king. By the way, I don't know if you're okay going slightly over today, but we are close to the end of the book. We
Yeah, I'm fine.
might want to finish out. Okay, cool. So you pull up, and the first going's easy. You make your way across the roofways, no problem. There's little bridges that have been left by. You can hop and kind of jump your way across most of the roofs, and you're actually only one street away from the Citadel. When you come to the end of a row of rooftops, you look down, and below you is just a wall of people. So trying to get back down is not going to help you. The only way forward is really to make this jump, and it's a little bit further than anything you've tried before.
Okay.
And your stomach kind of gets that butterfly feeling.
Right.
Like, yeah. Determined to reach the Citadel, though, this is your way. Do you want to try this jump?
Let's do it. We're gonna do it.
All right.
Watch me break my
With
ankle,
blood
guys.
pounding in your ears, you take a long run up to the jump. Are you drinking any potions, doing anything special, or is this the moment?
I'm just gonna roll. It's the will
All
of the
right,
die.
you sprint to the edge of the roof and you leap into space, your eyes fixed on the opposite rooftop. Make an athletics check.
Okay. Oh boy, guys. Yes! Yes! I rolled an 18 plus 5.
Oh, nice. You fall and break your neck. No, you
23? Are you kidding?
No, you
I needed to
you
roll a
land.
30, guys.
You land with a crash on the opposite roof. The wind knocked out of you, and you just kind of lie flat on your back with your head in a spin for a minute. It's kind of a minute or so before your stomach calms down and your breathing relaxes, and you realize, okay, I made it. I am safe. Then at that point, you can't quite help yourself. You just let out a shout of joy for having made it. Like everything sort of crashes together. Your flight from the monastery, your rush through the woods, the horrors of the graveyard, passing those guards who thought you had killed the prince. Now you are here, and you quickly find a way across the roof and climb down a long drain pipe to the street below. You see the large iron doors of the Citadel are open, and there's a wagon drawn by two large horses trying to leave. The horses are frightened by the press of crowd around this, and they both rear up, causing the rat wagon to smash a front wheel against the door. So in all the confusion, you see your shot to get inside.
Okay.
Do you wish to take that?
I mean, what's my other option?
This is your most immediate option. If you have other ideas, you can throw them out there. There are two guards watching the doors, but they seem distracted as well.
Well, these guards also were not part of the ones at the front gate, so they may not immediately attack me if I try to...
Do you want to try to talk to them?
Sure. I don't want to, like, startle them and then dart past through, because they're gonna, like, protect the king, basically, yeah.
All right. So describe this very carefully, what you're doing.
Um, I'm going to approach them unarmed, and say that, you know, maybe should I be holding the princess sword? I can hold it out, not like in an aggressive manner, but like I'm showing it to them, and say that I was sent by your prince to speak with the king. I came past, I met him on the, what's it called? I mean, I'm wearing armor, and it's clear that I've been through some shit.
Yep.
That where's the the map, you took it down. That I met him on the bridge, and he sent me in advance.
Okay, so you're kind of just approaching your sword out, you're laying out your explanation.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm not like holding it like I'm trying to hit them with it, but like just to kind of show it as proof.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Oh, persuasion. Oh god. Oh, my +0 persuasion. Why do I have no charm, guys? That's okay. I don't need charm. With an 18 again. Sweet.
Okay, so you come forward, and it takes them actually a moment to see you, and then one of them like taps the other and points, and at that point you tell your story. They seem very different from the guard at the gate. These are
just
lowly
very
soldiers.
Edgy.
Yeah, and on edge for good reason.
Right.
These guys are they see you, and then they hear your story. One of them turns to the other and kind of leans and whispers in his ear, and the other one looks you up and down, and then nods and says, "Wait here."
Okay.
Well, actually, no. He says, "We don't want to let this be seen. Follow me." And he indicates that you follow him.
Okay.
You guys enter the castle, and of course the citadel is very large, and you've never been here before, anywhere near here, so you don't know where you're going. But the guards take you the one guard takes you kind of several different passageways, and finally he stops and knocks on a door. And of an old kind of quavering voice, like, "Come in." And he enters, tells you to wait. And after a moment, an older man appears. And I'm going to give you a picture of him. Lots of pictures here at the end.
Okay.
And he says, he comes over and kind of stares at you and looks at you. And he's mixing a bowl of like herbs and things together. And he says, so you are the one, the last of the Kai Lords, if I hear it right.
Yes.
Did you tell the guard that? Sorry, I should ask that first. Did you tell the guard that?
No, I haven't said anything about being, because I don't have my cloak anymore, so I'm not obviously of the Kai.
Then he doesn't say that. He says the one who bears the prince's sword. He says, I you should follow me. We have somewhere special for you.
Interesting. I'm slightly suspicious, but okay, I'm here. Game ends with me locked in a dungeon, guys.
So he ushers you inside his room.
Okay.
And then he says, close the door behind you.
Okay. Well, I'll close the door.
And then he puts a finger to his lips, and he goes over to his bookshelf and pulls. It looks like he has a private library here, and like he's pulling a large tome off to hand it to you. But the tome doesn't come.
Pulling a tome.
A tome. Back to that old trick.
Oh God.
He pulls a tome off of the shelf, but it doesn't come off all the way, and instead the shelf pulls with it, and reveals a dark passage. And again, he puts his fingers to his lips, and then he indicates that you come forward.
Okay. Can I get like a read off this guy? As far as like.
Yeah. Try and you could do like a insight check, or you could use you could.
I have like a 50% with the augury. I don't really want to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's try an insight check.
No advantage on just a basic. Yeah.
Insight's a +4. I rolled a 12. 16.
16?
Yeah.
You don't feel any menace coming out of him. He is being secretive, and you don't know why.
Right.
But you don't sense any menace.
Okay.
Okay. Are you following him?
Yep. Let's go.
Okay. So you go through this dark passage for it's a long time, like 10 minutes. And even you are beginning to wonder if this was a good idea when suddenly you're climbing a steep staircase to a small wooden door. And the man presses a part of the stone and the door opens. And you enter a large, plushly decorated bedroom with a huge marble bath that takes up one corner of the room. And here the man closes the door and then turns and says, "I am so sorry, Kylord." He says, "You must forgive me. I know of your coming. I've been watching you come through my signs." He says, "My name is Ogden, and I was formerly of the Order of the Yellow Robes, a group of sages who seeks to help the world towards a balance. My powers are now at the disposal of our king, King Ulnor, but I thought that, I thought that we should get you away from the main traffic. You're never telling where enemies might lie at these times."
Okay, well, I feel much better now.
He says he's still carrying the herbs that he had been mixing before, and he says, if you will, I can tend to your wounds, and then we can give you a small rest before we see the king.
And I'll chuckle and say that I'm definitely not in the best to present myself before a king after the ordeal I've been through.
And he says, desperate times call for desperate measures, and in this case, desperate times call for just a little bit of soap.
Yes, soap would be appreciated.
This message brought to you by Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah. Oh, that ad was great.
All right, so he will tend to your wounds if you let him, and
yeah, I'm not super hurt. I'm only down 1 HP, so yeah.
And if you wish, he will listen to the story of your journeys. If you choose to tell it to him. Otherwise, if you stay silent, he will not press you for questions.
If he's been watching me this whole time, he knows that I'm headed this way. I don't know how much he knows, so I could ask him, how much detail are you able to get from your
the readings that I do not tell me much. Only they showed that a lone wolf would be coming our way. The way I interpreted the signs, it actually took me a while to realize what was happening, I'm afraid to say. I did not want to believe what was being shown me, but I must say now that as far as I can tell, you are the last of your kind.
Oh, then I'm gonna be a little crushed because I'd hoped that my brother had maybe escaped.
He says, "I have seen no sign of else, just a singular figure."
Okay, well, now
says,
she's
however,
depressed.
Yeah, he can tell that he's upset you, and he's not surprised by what he said. He presently he leaves to let you bathe and take a rest, and you get a full heal here, long rest, full heal. Yay! Everything's restored, and when you awake, there is one thing else that Ogden seems to have left you to raise your spirits, and there is a fresh green cloak, clearly the color that is dyed by the Kylords.
She's gonna shed a tear. Aww.
There is a note from Ogden, the man you were talking to, which says, this was left here by
was that
long ago.
Obden or Ogden?
Ogden.
A-U-G? Okay.
Yeah, he says this was left
here
by a Kai Lord long ago.
Okay.
And so now you deck yourself out, I imagine, back in your full attire.
Yeah, I feel much better now.
And shortly Ogden arrives again, this time with 2 guards. They escort you through down a tower and through long corridor lined with exquisite tapestries until you finally arrive at a large door guarded by 2 soldiers wearing silver armor.
Hey.
And you...
Hey, quick observation. I just noticed that we've completely ignored the fact that I also have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not yet acted.
Ah, nice. Okay. Well, we'll
I'm like, oh, that could have made some things easier.
We'll say that we'll use that next time.
That's my level 2 upgrade, right?
Yeah, that's you've been very tired.
This mild exhaustion the whole time.
Magic is fickle.
It is. Sorry, I just noticed that. All right.
Perfect. I'm sure we'll spot more things as we go. But yes, we'll remember that for next time.
Okay.
You get advantage. You'll be my first ranger, I think, actually. Or maybe I had ones long ago, but definitely the first since they fixed the class.
Right.
All right. So you enter the Chamber of State.
Okay.
A magnificent hall decorated lavishly in white and gold. The king and his closest advisors are here, studying a large map spread upon a marble plinth in the center of the chamber. Their faces are lined with worry and concentration. And with them, suddenly, you recognize the prince.
Yay! He lives!
He looks completely, he looks like he just came off the battlefield.
Right.
And in fact, he has, they rode, while you were resting, he arrived. And he is just now telling the king of everything that's happened and of the movements of the enemy. And when he looks up and sees you, his eyes light up and he steps forward and embraces you. And it is a quick embrace, and then he steps back and he has his hands on his shoulder and he's like, I had heard that you had arrived from Ogden. We feared that you had not made it. We heard no sign of your passing until we came to the outer gates, and there we heard the story that someone had shown them my sword, and that they intended to kill you for this, for my murder.
Yeah.
Instead of
gonna smirk while he's saying that a little bit.
And he just puts a hand against his head and he's like, I'd hoped my sword would bring you here, not mark you a traitor.
She's gonna she's gonna laugh a little bit and then say, yes, well, my journey has been fraught with what's the word? Peril and deviations. It's not been a straight shot. I had to, much stealth and trickery was required to pass through.
He says
I was greatly outnumbered.
He says you must tell the court of your journey and of all you know. And he turns to his father, the king Ulnor, and he says, Father, this is the Kai Lord who saved my life, potentially the last of the Kai to hear her speak it, but we should hear her tale.
All right, cool. Then with her lack of charisma, she's going to in a very economic fashion, explain that, she was out training with her mentor and they were attacked, and then we heard that they were attacking the Kai Lords, and she missed she did not make return in time to help with a fight, and it seems all was lost, and so she's gonna just Cliff Note version give all of the adventure.
Okay. When you finish your tale, just a hushed silence falls over the crowd, and the king rises slowly and says, and he's kind of past his prime, King Ulnar, but he's still an imposing, impressive man.
Right.
His beard has flecks of white in it. His hair is graying, but he still has a barrel chest, and strong arms, and this is a warrior king. And he strides forward and says, Lone Wolf, you have selfless courage, the quality of a true Kylord. Your journey here has been one of great peril, and although your news comes as a grievous blow, the spirit of your determination is like a beacon of hope to us all in this dark honor. And as he says this, one of his advisors steps forward and grips your right hand and says, Kylord, you have brought great honor to the memory of your masters, and for that we praise you.
She's 16, so she's gonna get a little wibbly sad, but fight it back and
and give me a quick insight roll for your sixth sense.
For my sixth sense. I'm so not used to having insight. Well, that was only an 11.
Yeah, so your blush quickly turns to a wince as suddenly this man shaking your hand buries a black dagger in your side.
That's pretty terrible.
And he crits.
Oh no!
And deals 9 damage.
Oh my god, okay.
And you stagger back,
wow.
And the king backs up and yells out, General, what are you doing? And one of the prince lets out a cry of just complete despair and rushes over and draws his a new sword, a long sword. Doesn't look quite as fine as the one you hold, and he just slices into the general's chest, and then pulls his sword back and slices again across his face. And something horrible is happening as this occurs. The blade, it's almost like it slices off the skin of the man's face, the general. But left hanging in tatters, it doesn't bleed, and it doesn't seem to injure him.
Oh, so it's like a weird ass mask thing.
Instead, underneath it, you see pulsing red skin.
Oh gosh!
And the man reaches back his one hand. He grips the sword that's still embedded half in his jaw, and just kind of moves it out of the way. And then he starts to crunch around his jaw, and the jaw seems to expand out of his mouth and kind of push past this flesh mask. And when he lowers his head, his eyes are bright orbs of flame, and he reaches forward with his hands, and they extend into claws.
Ah, shit.
And he just shoves the prince in the chest, and the prince goes flying across the room 10 feet.
Okay.
And the king is crying for his guards, and there's people lowering crossbows and firing bolts into this thing, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Okay.
And what was once the general looks at you and says, Kylord, and starts walking forward, and then starts breaking into a run towards you.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh, this is bad. I need to heal real fucking bad.
Yeah, we're gonna make initiative rolls.
Oh boy. I have advantage on initiative. Yay! Thank God. All right. I rolled a 6 and a 17.
Nice.
So yeah, 20 with my...
This thing rolled a 14. So You have a chance to take a turn here. It's going to be on you in seconds, and you've noticed that normal weapons, the guards' weapons, the crossbows, none of it seem to hurt it.
I don't have a magic weapon, do I?
Give me an insight roll, advantage on this one because of your 6th sense.
17 again. Jesus, okay.
The prince's sword is vibrating at your side.
Oh, sweet.
Like on your hip. It's like shaking in its scabbard.
Okay. Then I'm gonna, fuck. Healing's gonna take an action.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Like, do I dare try and hit him? I can't bonus action the longsword because it's a heavier weapon, right?
No, yeah, you could grab this in both hands and just go for it, or you could, you bonus action won't help you here. You don't have a shield, so there's no reason not to two-hand it if you're gonna strike with your sword.
I mean, I'd be two-handing it. The problem is, like, I can heal or I can attack him.
Yeah, your call.
Ah, shit. Can I use my bonus action to dodge at all, or?
No, that'd be an action in itself.
No. Yeah, thanks for the help, Mamba. Your call. God. I mean, because if I take any damage, I am unconscious, like, instantly. Like, I may get off a hit, and then I'm unconscious. This thing probably has more HP than I can roll in one turn. It's
he
not...
may also take you down in a single hit. I mean, a dagger strike did 9.
Right. Damn it. All right, I guess I'm gonna pray that I don't actually get hit and try and take him down.
All right.
God.
You draw the prince's blade, and it is glowing a bright blue.
All right, I'm gonna two-hand it.
All right, you get a +5 to this attack roll, in addition to everything else.
In addition to everything else, sweet.
Yeah. Your blade seems drawn towards him.
It's a +1 sword, and it's a strength thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's +2, so +7 total with that.
All right.
It already attacked me, right? So I don't get to use my first turn during combat thing.
Did
that count?
Yeah, because it got a surprise roll.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Ooh, fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, everybody kind of looks on in horror as this thing. You can see like slow motion, Ogden out of the corner of your eye. The king staring. The prince. What did you roll?
I love my Karina die so much. Watch though. Next game I play, I'm gonna roll nothing but ones.
Was this a 20?
It was a 20.
Okay, so yes! you bury this blade just as the creature's charge carries it onto the blade. And it gets a little, I mean, normally it gets extra damage from this. Now, you don't get Mind Blast. It seems totally immune to your mental. But because of the kind of creature it is, you would get 5 dice 6 and then an additional 5 dice 6 fire damage. So you're going to roll 20 dice 6.
Shit.
And then you're going to add your strength.
Okay, well, I only have 4 dice 6, so this is going to take a little bit.
And you know what? I'm wrong. It's actually because you double hand. I was saying dice 6, thinking a short sword. It's a
D10 because I'm dual wielding.
Yeah.
Or well, double handing it. Yeah.
So it's 20 D10.
Oh my god. Okay. This is gonna take a little bit, guys. How many D10s do I have? I can use that. All right, I've got 4. All right, I'm rolling 4 at a time.
4 at a time. So 5 times.
Yep.
So what's? I'll keep track. What's the
okay.
first score?
I rolled 2 4s, A
Okay.
1 and a 9.
Okay. So that's 18.
Okay. All right, this is gonna be. Oh wow! I rolled a 10, a 4, and a 6.
10, 10, 4, 6. That's 30.
All right, so that was 8 total rolls.
That's 8 dice. Yep.
All right.
You have 3 more.
Oh my god. A 1, a 7, a 3, and a 3.
A 7, a 3, and a 3. That is 14. That was a shitty one.
Oh, I see where you're tracking it. Okay. Oh my gosh, another 10, an 8, a 3, and a 1.
That is 24, I think. 3 and a 1. Wait, 8, 10,
3 and 1.
22.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for the last
If
one.
I'm off in my math here, I'm going to be super embarrassed later, but that's okay.
Oh my goodness. Another 10, a 7, a 6, and a 1.
A 7, a 10.
A 6 and a 1.
Okay, so that's 7 and 7 and 10
Yeah.
is 24. So we are at 100. If I've added this up right, we're at 108 damage. So, wow. Okay, so yeah, it impales itself on the sword and starts to. It's trying to like reach you, but its muscles seem to be closing and tightening in on its body, and it's curling almost like a spider around the blade. And the blade is glowing blue, and you see like the veins of this thing's skin glowing blue as well as the light seeps into it. And then suddenly it bursts into flames, and at the same moment the prince's sword shatters inside of it. The hilt falls smoking to the ground, and you
That was a
back
cool
away.
weapon.
And there's no heat coming off of this fire, but it is consuming this creature, which is letting out a horrific screech and scream. And there's a terrible smell filling the entire hall. But it does not take long before in just kind of a burst of light, this thing crumbles, and the flames go out, and there's nothing left of the creature.
Yay! That was epic. That was pretty epic.
And we're gonna that's gonna be the end of this book, and we'll start next time with the second book in the series, Fire on the Water. But I thought that we might want to end with just a quick level up.
Sweet. Okay.
Just to get you there.
Okay.
Congratulations, you
Yay!
have passed the first book.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I was really, really freaked out because if you'd rolled a little bit higher on that sneak attack, I'd be dead.
I know. It was like
oh
a
my
1
god.
point difference,
1 point
right?
difference. I had 1 HP by that point. Oh my god.
I mean, that was a double crit. It critted, and then you critted. And
yeah,
on an insane attack.
That was, I was expecting to maybe just, you know, get a 1d10 off on him and then for him to kill me the next hit, honestly. Like that, I was fully expecting that. But it clicked over from the 14 to the 20 and I was just like, ah!
Nice. Those moments, man. It's like it happens the way it should.
Right.
All right. So
hey Freya, how you doing? Good to see you.
So the last bit here is we'll just level you up real quick. So first roll for your health.
All right, hang on. Level 2. Let me erase that.
For anybody who's not familiar with D&D, we're just about to level, which in D&D 5 is really simple. It doesn't involve picking feats or things like that. You get extra health, and then you often get a extra sort of like abilities for your class. In our Kylord's case, she's going to get a choice of spells. She's going to learn magic a little bit, some ranger magic.
Let's see, my hit dice is 1d10. Yes, okay.
Oh, 1d10, yeah. Plus your constitution modifier.
Plus con? Okay. Con's 2. 6.
That's actually above. That's above.
Is
normal,
it?
so that's
okay. Yeah, I rolled a
So
4 there.
So
16.
six is not terrible. So you get add your health is 16, and
Yep.
then for rangers at level 2, they get a fighting style, which gives her kind of bonuses in certain areas. So you decided to go 2-weapon fighting, right?
Yes.
So from now on, you will get the ability modifier to the damage of the second attack.
Which right now I have a dagger, so that's a +3 for my dex. So
Yeah.
that makes the dagger much more efficient.
Yep. And you've lost the Prince's Sword.
I have.
So
Sad.
pull that away. Next time when we start, I'll give you the identification on the potions that you took. And then you also get some spells this time. So what 2 ranger spells are you taking?
I don't know actually. I have the list of all the ranger spells. I haven't actually looked at what their abilities are.
That we can do next time.
Okay.
We can start with that.
I'll look it up over the week and I'll give you the 2 that I want.
You also gain, Ogden will train you over the course of your
all right.
your time between the adventures and kind of awaken some of the innate abilities that you had as best he can. And then
Ofex is asking if I get a new Kai discipline like in the books.
He's right. I was just about to finish with that. You get to pick one more Kai discipline, and left to you are the abilities of tracking, animal kinship, mind over matter, weapon skill, or camouflage. Now, if you want the mechanics on this, which you probably do, the way that I've set this up is, so I'll read the descriptions and I'll tell you how they affect your game.
Okay.
So camouflage enables a Kai Lord to blend in with her surroundings in this case. In the countryside, she can hide undetected amongst trees and rocks and pass close to an enemy without being seen. In a town or city, it enables her to look and sound like a native of that area, and can help you to find shelter or a safe hiding place. In this case, it's going to give you proficiency in deception and advantage on any hide check you make.
Ooh.
All right. The next one is tracking, which you could have used many times this adventure.
Yeah.
To make the correct choice of a path in the wild, or to discover the location of a person or object in a town or city, and to read the secrets of footprints or tracks. It gives you proficiency in all survival skills. And
so that would double my survival check then?
If you already have proficiency in it?
Yeah.
Then yes, you'd gain expertise. So you'd gain double proficiency in all survival checks. Then there is weapon skill, which you will gain specialized training in a weapon. In this case, usually it's a random roll, but I'd let you choose from a list of weapons.
Okay.
And every attack made with a weapon of that type would give you +1 to attack and damage for that weapon. That's a permanent thing. And then there's mind over matter, which is telekinesis. You'd get basically, if you remember Karina, who had the magic mage hand for the thief, you basically get that. You get an invisible mage hand, which can do a little bit more intricate things than normal mage hand. And then animal kinship would give you the spell animal friendship for use I think twice a day. But then if you ever took animal kinship or animal friendship as an actual spell for your ranger class, you'd gain it as a cantrip, so you could just permanently forever use it.
Just fling out animal friendship.
Yeah, anytime you wanted.
Now, what's the benefit for animal friendship? I can coerce things to fight with me or something like that, or hang out. Or...
Animal friendship is you can reach out and you can calm an animal. You can convince it to be a friend. So it's basically a charm. Any beast that it's got to be a beast. And it has to have an intelligence of lower than 4. So that covers almost every animal that you'd find, like bears, ravens, anything like that. And if you have this, they get to make a wisdom saving throw, which most of them are not good at, and then they get to be charmed by you for the spell's duration, which is 24 hours. So yeah, they'll fight next to you. They won't attack
and if
you.
I take it that as like a cantrip, I can just continuously renew that.
Yeah, you could basically continue to charm an animal.
Wow, so that would like give me in essence like an animal companion without having to take animal companion.
Yep. It wouldn't be as good as animal companion.
Right.
You know, you don't get all those
It's not
bonuses,
gonna level up with me and that kind of stuff.
Right, and it may still act in favor of itself as an animal. So like, if you direct like a raven or an eagle to attack the enemy, it may not.
Yeah.
it may to preserve its own life just fly away. And it may also, you know, you might not be able to like keep it in the city. The rest of the people might upset it. Like you can't just have a bear living with you.
Aww.
But
cheeseburger.
But an animal companion, yes, you could do all that. It would literally be an extension of yourself. So that differentiates it a little bit.
Man, I keep waffling back and forth between going like hunter class and going animal companion. I keep waffling.
Well, with this, if you went animal kinship and then took the spell animal friendship, you could kind of be a light animal class,
right?
While doing your other thing.
By dual wielding.
You also still, you also still have a whole level before you have to commit to a path.
Yeah. But do I want to take animal friendship or tracking? Because like I think tracking might be super freaking good.
Picking the disciplines is always really fun. Sort of the like key parts of the book.
Right.
Everybody, there's like tons of lists of people being like, which is the best discipline? Most people agree that healing's the best. Just because you need some way to heal.
Right.
On a solo adventure.
Just for the chance to like keep going longer.
My favorite as a kid was Sixth Sense. I love the fact that like in these game books, it kind of would let you like almost peek ahead or give you advice. I just thought that was so cool. It was like permission to cheat.
Damn it. Tracking or animal? See, but yeah, if I go... You know what? I think I'm going to go animal. That way, again, I'm not going to take the animal companionship route as my for next level.
Okay. So then one of your spells... So one of the spells you take should also be animal friendship.
Yep.
So then in that case, you'll only pick one spell before next week.
Right.
And animal friendship you gain as a cantrip.
Okay.
Awesome. Very nice. So you gain animal kinship. So you spend some time you tell when you tell the horse the prince about how his horse passed. He tells you that it was a magnificent animal and he had ridden it since he was a boy, but he is glad that it gave its life so that you could live. Considering
I murdered this thing right in front of them, yeah, they're very happy.
And as you reflect on that, later, it's almost like you feel a deep connection. You almost feel like the soul of this animal that gave its life for you, and your connection to the world around you deepens, and you learn animal kinship. All right. Well, that's I think where we'll end today. When we come back next time, you'll have a new spell and a little preview of the next book. This will take you on a vast journey across the land to the sister city of Durinur in search of the weapon that can destroy a Dark Lord.
Right. Get some awesome Uber weapons and some allies potentially.
So it should be fun. I hope everybody joins us. I think we're on for 11 at next week.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much, guys, assume that Zip and I are going to be doing this every Saturday starting at 11 Pacific Standard Time until, unless something happens, and I will update if something changes on my Twitter account before, like, the day of. So, yeah, and I will be uploading these onto my YouTube channel as well. I did not get a chance to edit out the, BS breaks that we took in the first one yet. I'm gonna try and do that today, and that'll go up in the next day or two. So, and I'll get this one up soon.
And book 2, for those who are familiar with it, I've made some changes to it just to give you guys a heads up to take out some of the linearity. So it'll be really an adventure for, even if you've read the book already, this will be, there will be some major changes. So should be really fun, even for people who have checked out the books already and know what the path is. Expect some surprises.
Nice. All right. I'm like that. That was an epic ending. Good lord.
Yes, it was.
I'll take that.
I can't wait to listen to it with music. I'll have to go back and check out the video.
It's definitely more appropriate than it was last time, for sure. Because I was actually paying a little more attention to how the soundtrack was sounding. Because I kind of... The problem is, like, the music that I was playing last time is stuff that I run while I'm working, so I tend to semi-tune it out, and so I'm used to it. So hearing the dubstep, like, kick in was just like, yeah, whatever, okay. And I was like, oh, this is not the right place for that.
Well, first one's always rough. I know my mic listening back was not working quite as well for the first hour, so we got that fixed, and the music's on board. I think we're bumping along. This is really fun.
Yep. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Who's up? Who can I host? All right, but so we'll be back next week, guys. Thanks for cheering me on or wishing me death in some cases.
You defied all possibilities.
God.
All possibilities of death.
All of them. Jesus. All right. So everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next week. I will be playing some Yakuza 0 later on tonight if anyone wants to just pop in for that. But
and watch karaoke.
No, I mean I usually do karaoke, but Zip, did I send you the link from yesterday of something goofy that happened? Did I send you a video?
I don't think so. No. I think I saw the karaoke stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna have to send you the link because I picked up an item that is hysterical, and I think you'll enjoy that. So, all right, guys.
Awesome. Yeah, can't wait to see it.
Yeah. All right, have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Take care.